look, some lawyer's in trouble. We don't care. This is now a politics stream. Talk about current events and stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm guessing it's either for lying or maybe touching a child. It's usually one of those two.
Embezzling funds is also a reliable one.
What are you guys talking about?
Embezzlement?
Oh, I missed something there, and I think I'm glad I did. This episode brought to you by What the Fuck?
Hello, everyone. This is the Oh my god. This is the Electric Metropolis video game tour. I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbinian, and we are in the finale of Season 2 for The Great Continental War of the Setting Sun, a Fantasy Age 2nd Edition RPG. And let us get straight into it, as we have players who, you guys got, you got a full level last time, so hooray!
Yep.
Just in time to get your characters killed. I mean, what?
This episode brought to you by Total Party Kill. Yes, TPK, when you're absolutely sick of your player's shit.
Are we three? Are we 3 or 4 now?
4.
Oh, I forgot to change the number on the sheet.
And don't forget our regular sponsor, the U.S. Army.
No.
Be all that you can be.
No.
An army of one.
No. I refuse. In the waning days of the punitive war against Vitlu, circa 18XX, the hills and rivers surrounding the Vitlu capital, Ulisippo, bore witness to the assembled might of the 7th Corps of the Grande Armée de Gallia. Despite an air of confidence, the 10-island Brantholm-Rivenholm Armada emerged on the scene, echoing the surprise of the Battle of Three Crowns at Lysel. The Battle of the Anchor, Wheel, and Tricolor unfolded as the decisive moment, marking the end of the punitive war and the inaugural clash between the forces of the 10 Isles and Gallia. On this fateful day, the names of the war's heroes resounded across the setting sun continent. Captain Cormac McNeil, Lieutenant Diego Borgia, Lieutenant Isabel Dumas, and Brevet Sous-Lieutenant Luciano Bianchi. It'd be a day both bloody and glorious, etching their names into the annals of history. Hate all of you. So the 1st and 2nd divisions of the 7th Corps are arrayed around Ulisippo. You guys are, of course, up here with your soldiers. And although given the chance to flee from the battle with certain intelligence that this was but a fool's battle to be fought, there is a lot of glory to be had, and all of you stayed your ground as your soldiers array themselves. And it is on this moment, as your soldiers are in ready... actually, quick query before I move on to... how are the future heroes of this war feeling at the moment, faced off with the Armada and the regiments of Ulisippo? Going through their heads.
I'm trying to figure out whether I'm friends with idiots or I'm the idiot for staying with them.
Cormac is, well, more curious than anything. It's his own people that he's going to be fighting for the first time ever in his life. Always, serving them before, but this time he thinks maybe he's on the wrong side of this one. We'll see.
Diego is excited because this is what he signed up for. He's a soldier, and finally to be able to get another shot at the sons of bitches who attacked his home.
Isabella's shares the thoughts of Borgia. No doubt today is going to be the greatest of days, and we will see those.
What was that? You trailed off there.
Trailed off where?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something else. Sorry. That's my bad. So yeah, Captain McNeil. Actually, you know what? Major Leclerc actually summons Captain McNeil, and then in the orders, the summons, he demands to see. He wants you to bring Borgia and Dumas in.
Okay, I'll send for them via runner and make post haste to the marshal's tent.
To the major's tent. Sorry.
Sorry, the major's tent.
All right, Bianchi, I've got to do whatever this is. Make sure everybody's canteens are full. They've got plenty of ammunition and know their business, which they do.
One should be there.
Yes, sir. I will supply us enough to hopefully make the day.
Don't worry, I'll support him, says Safwan, calling over.
Oh, I need to talk to Lieutenant and the dam.
Well, let's see what can be done. Let's get these soldiers in order first there, Sue Lieutenant.
Sir?
The three, McNeil, Borgia, and Dumas come upon Leclerc, doing one last check over of the city map and adding new markers to show the Armada where it is. And he has like various markings of how this part of what he understands is going to be happening along the wall, how people intend to get across, that sort of thing. And he's dressed. You've usually seen him in his uniform, but you've rarely seen him. It's been a long time since you've seen him girded up for battle, like hat on, baton, baton, but like a command stick in hand.
I'll snap a quick salute. Sir, I've brought the lieutenants as you requested. Orders,
Salute.
sir?
He returns the salute at the three of you. I have orders from the Marshal to your lieutenants, apparently.
Yes, go ahead, please.
He holds up he grabs a opened bit of paper that's been rolled up, and then he hands it to you. It seems the Marshal is looking to do whatever it takes to speed up our entry into the city. With the Tin Islander Armada closing distance, we can't stand to stay outside the walls for very long. And unlike the farms in the south, the lands up here in the north are a lot more open, and our position is a little more exposed compared to the south. So, he has plans as we are to attack the Knutstadt Gate and the Oak Gate. We are going to, as that is going on, your brave volunteers are to secure a foothold here in the middle wall. We're going to be focusing our firepower. We're going to be doing distraction methods with the rest of the 2nd Division while we blow a hole in this wall, and you get inside and start forcing one of the 2 gates open. You will be facing off with the 11th Olisipo, but the idea here isn't to press into the castle like they expect us to do, it's to get us inside as fast as possible, or at the very least silence their guns.
And perhaps, sir, if we are lucky with our fight to the docks, turn the naval guns on the Armada?
Well, while we're wishing upon Saint Solar's grace, we could also hope to take the throne of Lincastle. Frankly, I think this idea is reckless and shows a bit of restlessness in front of ship cannons. We went from a overwhelming fight to an even fight. But he assures me that these two lieutenants have volunteered to be ready for such a sacrifice on behalf of the Grand Armée. And he gives a look at Jamal Borja and looks at McNeil because this is he seems to have heard of it.
I'll look over to the two of them as well.
Borja will grin and kind of smooth his mustache and go, "It would be an honor to lead a forlorn hope like this. We'll get one of those, if not both of those gates for you, Major."
Yes, remember what I spoke about earlier, Major? Yes, in any case, what do we have at our disposal to blow open the walls? Cannons, gunpowder, something else?
Well, we have some horse cannon with us, but our initial thought was simply to pepper at the gates and then whittle our way in, besiege them until they starved out, or we got a door open. But now with this hairiness, we will likely need to push some. We can provide some. We have to keep some of the cannons between us and our fellows in the second to continue at the gates, so we can provide some cannon. But likely you'll need to get some barrels up to the wall itself and detonate a hole for yourselves.
Getting barrels up to the wall is a dangerous business. How much time do we have before this assault, Major? The sooner the better, or...?
You have... He checks a watch. 30 minutes to prepare. After that, everyone's going to have to move in. We can't wait much longer for the ships.
I was going to suggest that we construct perhaps a tortoise, but that would take too long. And I don't think we have the scrap metal to do it. Right.
GM, how tall are these walls?
Tall, I don't have an exact number to give you.
Okay, but not a ladder scalable kind of deal.
You could get ladders up it.
Major
do it
question.
old school.
You just leave behind your horses doing it. It's the only problem. But then again,
Well, I mean, even if you blow the wall, it's probably going to be enough of a scree where it's going to be tough for horses to get through. But...
yeah.
Major question. Can we have support from a battery of howitzers? Do we have any howitzers?
We're a dragoon and cuirassier corps. We have horse cannon at best.
No howitzers in those horse cannons?
He blinks and just shakes his head in just bewilderment. How would we carry such things at speed? Besides, we never expected to need that much firepower that quickly in Vitlu.
Okay, GM question. Do our cannons have fused charges, perhaps? Or are we working with, round shot and ball shot? Or, sorry, not ball shot, but pepper shot?
I'll actually say for an action point, they have fuse shot. Like, someone was enterprising enough to bring that along from
And just the airburst shells, they don't have to do necessarily enough damage. I'll spend an action point on that. They don't necessarily have to do enough damage, but keep the defenders' heads down while we advance with the barrels.
Well,
Then
okay, problem.
I'll pose the question to Leclerc then. Any cannon that has airburst shells?
Isn't that what you were spending for? GM's
Yes.
confused. Okay.
Yes, now I'm just posing the question to Leclerc.
Okay.
So he can give it to us.
Well, I did manage to bring some along for our group at the very least. I had suspicion that we might need some of these sieges would be a little more difficult. Suddenly, the suggestion by my aide that we somehow fit a howitzer over doesn't seem so ridiculous anymore, but thankfully we have airburst.
Grand. I'll have my engineers get in touch with the artillerymen, see what we can cook up.
Diego looks at Dumas and says, if we have small enough tasks, we can fundamentally do a cavalry charge towards the wall. pile them up, and then we can set them off from range with rifles. Not too far range, of course, but enough where we won't get caught in the initial blast. With small casks on horseback, we can move quickly, pile them up, and then get out. How much powder do we have access to for this job, Major?
Two wagons worth is all I can really spare. Any more than that, and I'm going to deplete our fighting force, fighting attacks elsewhere. Which amounts to about 12 barrels.
Fair enough.
Why can't we use the cannons to shoot the gates?
We are using cannons to try to shoot at the gates, but they are going to be counter-firing at us as well. The problem is their guns can fire a little longer than ours, so it's a pitched battle to get. The idea was to slowly whittle away at the gates, and then break our way in. But now we can't. Well, I think that we could charge and ladder, but the Marshal believes that this method is far more conducive and in alignment with the galleon's spirit to force a hole through and then take one of the gates.
So basically, you're going to be trying to draw and pin forces at either gate so that hopefully we won't be facing quite as much resistance at the center of the wall.
Yeah, as much as we're pressed for time, they're pressed for wall to defend. They only have the 2 regiments here, and the Armada is expected to stay at sea for the most part and deploy Marines slowly over the day. But eventually they will make landfall, and that, much as I hate to admit it, the Marshal's right. If we're caught out while their Marines start marching toward us from the sea, we'll have to deal with being pressed from 2 different directions.
Any chance of our Navy lending assistance, or do we know?
We were supposed to have naval assistance, but none of our spotters has seen a single galleon flag. They've either defeated them or chased them off. Either way, I don't think
For
we're
now,
going to be
we
able supporting
should,
anytime soon.
For now, we should assume the worst, at least until the situation proves us otherwise, I think.
So, what do you think, Isabel? Do we just ride the wagons up and are divided up and have a group of fast horsemen try and deliver smaller barrels to a pile?
Isabel studies this for a second because it seems suicidal. If they, right, this is the reason trench works are done. If we're counting on being able to explode the barrels with musket fire, then the obvious hole in that plan is why can't they do that to us on the way, annihilating us?
Right. That's why I'm kind of thinking instead of moving the wagons, aka 2 big targets, we use like smaller barrels and group of horsemen to run in, toss them down, and run back out. That way, if they get a barrel, we lose a man and a horse rather than whatever an entire wagon would be. And then once they're under the wall, it doesn't serve them to blow it up.
It doesn't serve them to blow the whole pile once it's been placed, but to blow the 1 or 2 small kegs that arrive at first.
That's what I'm saying. We do it like a cavalry charge. At first they're not going to know what the hell's going on because why the hell are cavalry charging the wall? We can even, have some ladders and evidence so they think maybe that's what we're doing. And then last moment, drop the ladders, drop the powder, wheel about. And then
They'll still shoot at us even if they don't know what we're doing.
Fair enough, but I'm also saying that, you're not going to have as big of an explosion if they hit a small keg as you would if you're driving the whole wagon in. And you're going to deliver a bunch of them at once with the cavalry.
I would much rather an actual ladder assault to take the gatehouse.
But we're not going in for it at the gate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
My
the marshal-
misunderstanding.
Yeah, the marshal wants us, like, while the main forces do, standard assaults and basically holding actions here to draw their troops to the two gates. We're supposed to assault this wall and then make a choice, or get both and open one or the other gates or both gates if
Then
possible.
I would rather just seize the center part of the wall and run toward and fight towards the gate. Powder against a wall is not how you blow a wall. That's what mines are for.
So, basic ladder assault
Um,
with
yeah.
with the airburst shots, that'll at least keep them down. We may take some losses from that, but
So, airburst to start with, and then you run forward in loose order, pinning the wall, and on your signal, we, me and Luciano will each lead a, or I guess Safwan. Me and Safwan will each lead a, or no, because Safwan's not coming with us, right?
No, Safwan has to
It's-
stay with me in this
it's-
one.
Okay, so
it's our units. Yeah.
me and Bianchi will each lead a column of ladders to the wall, and then we will try to fight for the wall. And once you judge that either we've made it or we've failed, right? Then you'll either follow us up or give us cover for the retreat.
Well, now hold on. My entire plan here. Let's put Bianchi as the follow-on. I'm going to be on the front for this.
No, yeah, but your men aren't best suited to fighting with saber and bayonet on the walls, right? Your men are best suited to picking off the defenders so that we don't get shot at, right? And then once we have gotten a foothold on the top of the wall through the sword and bayonet, then you follow up, you come on us, and now we have marksmen on the walls, right? So you will be leading the initial. So the initial attack would be you run forward, loose order, keep their heads down, shoot the defenders, right? That gives the cuirassier and the grenadiers, who because they're carrying ladders, have to move in close, easy to shoot formations, right? That gives us the breathing room to get to the walls, and then we will assault the walls because the cuirassiers have breastplates and are good with sabers. The grenadiers are good with the bayonet. We seize the wall, and then once we've seized the wall, you come up onto the wall and continue providing long-range rifle fire to clear out the walls.
Yeah,
Because-
that's great. I'm just saying, Luciano can lead the long-range rifle fire. I'm leading the Forlorn Hope here.
This is all part of the same effort.
Right, but the leaders of the Forlorn Hope are the people who go up on the wall first.
Yes, but I mean, it would be a mistake for you to be the first up the ladder. And if you're not first up the ladder, what's the difference between 12th and 40th?
Well,
Gentlemen, lady, before we continue all this, you should do it outside of the Major's tent.
No, this is what the Major wants to know, what we're going to be doing.
Because I need to plan what you're all doing.
Just try. There's enough glory in this that you're going to get to the top of the walls and fight with us to get to the gate. But you know as well as the rest of us that your great strength is a leader of riflemen, not as a hammer or an anvil.
I hate this. This Diego's like dream, literal character goal to lead a forlorn hope.
But you are doing that. You're going to be the second officer on the wall. It's just you won't be the first officer on the wall.
But I want to be the first officer on the wall.
But you know, for Gallia, right? We have to do the responsible thing for Gallia, and that is not to put our best marksmen on the wall first.
Fine, but you'll need my riflemen up quickly because we're
You'll be the
much better at city fighting than
you will be the
anyone
first
else.
person to be within firing range of the enemy, right? You'll have more glory than anyone in the army combined.
Well, we'll see how that works out. But okay, your plan sounds good. Question is, can we put together an adequate number of ladders quickly enough?
Well, that's something you'll need to. We have some assembled. We were starting to assemble some already in preparation for the longer siege, but move as the amount of people that you're looking to move, you'll need to start constructing within the next half hour and build as many as you can.
Right. Fortunately, there seems to be a lot of farms and wooden houses out. All sorts of wood to get.
Well, we're talking about making this assault with like less than 100 men, right?
Right.
Are we really down? Do we only have like a ladder or 2 ladders?
We actually have 5 ladders. Checking my notes here.
That sounds like enough to me for 100 men.
I suppose if that's all you're moving.
Well, we only have been given permission for the riflemen in the cuirassier and what few grenadiers Bianchi has put together.
Unless McNeil here wants to bring along Safwan to charge up as well. He raises an eyebrow like...
Only if it becomes truly necessary, sir.
In which case, the ladders will already be there, and he'll only be following up with the same number of men we already have.
Right.
So as a second wave, he doesn't need his own ladders.
Nod.
It might be good to have him ready to reinforce us with his 50.
Yeah. Do not. Yeah, I will look towards McNeil and say, do not be tepid with Safwan. If any signal is given or if any sign comes that it is a close action, you have to commit him immediately. If you wait until it looks bad, he'll be of no use to us.
That an order, Lieutenant?
Sorry, I didn't catch that. Say it again.
Was that an order, Lieutenant?
Advice for a captain who's never been in a battle like this before. From someone who studied this for 4 years.
Go about your business, and Solara willing, I shall either find you on top of the walls, and if not, I shall find you beneath them.
Right.
That
So,
all, Major?
So Lara go with you, he says.
Yeah. Isabel doesn't give 2 craps about Solara, so just
Yeah,
a curt nod and leave.
We do have 30 minutes, so I think getting some people on building some extra ladders might not be the worst idea in the world.
If it becomes feasible, I just didn't want to make that our
Right.
like I didn't want us to call it off if we failed at that.
Yeah.
As we're leaving the tent, then Isabel will say, or as we've left the tent, Isabel will find a moment to say to Diego, sacrificing that dream to see the walls taken means more than having taken the walls by yourself.
Sure.
God,
My
Kali will
brain's
owe
all-
you a great debt for
My brain tells me that, but my heart says different.
Well,
But you're right. So my men will stop within.
you outranged them certainly.
Yeah.
There's no chance that there are riflemen up there.
Yeah. Let me change my color here to will be red. So yeah, my men will like in skirmish order, kind of in range of the
Because you can
top
stay
of the
outside of
walls.
musket range and
And
still fire at them.
Don't forget, you two, you have a great engineering talent in your breveted Sioux Lieutenant. I advise you to make use of it as much as you can.
I mean, Isabel's an engineer as well.
So yeah,
Only Diego is actually trained as a proper leader of leader of troops.
They're just
Well, then,
engineers. What could they
I
possibly do?
suggest I suggest you put your two brain cells together and think.
Right.
Actually, quick
wouldn't be-
camera swap. Bianchi, you're trying to ask Safwan to talk to Dom Rousseau?
Yeah, so I'm not gonna tell those two as much as I've told the other three, but I'm trying to drop a few hints to them that if things suddenly take a turn, maybe they should also consider like falling back.
Give me communication. F1. So. Do you talk to them together or individually?
I'll do it together.
Okay. So brief moment, you're basically in Dom Rousseau's tent, essentially. You ask them for a private word. And, Rousseau, they both go very quiet when you say what you say. You left out details, but you are still implying deserting in the face of the enemy. So it's a very serious matter you're bringing up, and they understand why it's not something you want to talk about in front of the troops. It doesn't look very good, and in most cases gets you shot. So they're very quiet. Rousseau finally says, in the face of overwhelming number, steel, that the towns and fields burned, and the world was all but ash, Saint Solar took no steps back, only forward. Take that to the heart with you, Sioux Lieutenant, and remember whose banner you wear at your wrist. I beg of you not to repeat this to any other officer in this corps, or they will not have the grace of Solara to not have you brought up on charges.
Understood. I was just giving you two the forewarning of if things turn a certain way.
I warn you now, if I see you turn, I'll make sure you go forward. Out of my tent, the both of you.
You'll head out.
As you're walking along, you start heading, because you kind of have to go over to Rousseau's unit to, like, a little bit, because you're from a different part of the squadron, but, because she's from the 5th Company, you're part of the Elite Company. So as you both make your way back to the Elite Company, Safwan just kind of touched you on the elbow and goes, if you're going, I'm going.
You know that I'm no coward, and if I'm putting this forward, I'm doing it with some knowledge of things to come.
Like I said, but I'm not leaving you behind, Bianchi. guardsmen don't leave guardsmen behind.
Well, considering I'm going to be heading in first with Diego, you might have to leave me behind.
Well. Oh, there the three of them are. They look positive spirits. Captain! Salutes.
Lieutenant,
Salutes.
everything in order?
All as good order as this can all be, sir. Any
Good.
fun news from the Major?
I believe the two lieutenants here have something to tell to all of you here. Lieutenants, if you would please.
Please tell me you have a holy spear of Saint Solara that breaks walls open.
We do. They're
mouthful of
called
cookies.
the Cassier of Gallia. Borgia is going to advance and make a screen. Upon his signal, me and Bianchi will lead 2 columns of ladders to take the walls. Upon our signal, Borgia will advance to the walls, scale them, and continue to give us cover, and join us in the assault on the gate. Preferably the this gate, but we might have to go with this gate as well, or as a backup. If the captain judges the situation warrants it, he will give you the order, Safwan, to reinforce. I expect that that order will come, and you will be joining us, but it'll be up to the captain to determine the appropriate moment.
Luciano just raises his hand.
Yeah, go ahead.
No time for that. Just
Luciano?
say it.
Speak me on, Bianchi.
Why don't we just blow a hole in the wall?
We have the cannon
Because-
for it, it would make sense. I mean, otherwise we'd have to haul black powder the whole way down, which that seems like suicide.
Yeah, that was our option. Most of the cannon fire is going to be directed against forces at either gate. The
We
hope
don't need
is
cannons.
Hmm?
Do you not know how chemicals work?
What are you driving at,
What-
Bianchi?
what's your delivery system?
Well, delivery system would probably be me on a horse, putting it next to the wall, then running like hell. But
That was
You
my
did-
idea.
you do know if you mix gunpowder with fertilizer, it increases the explosion by 4 times.
Sure, but if you put gunpowder next to a wall, most of the energy will just go out into the surrounding area. It won't hit the wall. That's why you need mines, which are an enclosed space, to trap the energy and push it upwards.
How much black powder have we got?
About 12 large barrels worth 2 wagons.
Far more than one man can take in one trip.
I can do it with about 4.
Well, you two are the engineers. Do the math. See what we need. There's no harm in having more than one plan for this.
Yeah, just need to get some fertilizers from the farm near the coast, and with the 4 barrels, you're essentially creating.
You don't need to go to the farms near the coast. We have plenty of fertilizer with all these horses.
Ain't that the truth?
But no, you can essentially turn 4 barrels of gunpowder into 16 barrels of explosive.
Without having underdug the walls, I still don't see the value.
Well, again, you two are the engineers. Do the math. Will it work? And if so, how much do we need?
I mean,
Savon gives the same gesture of
make a roll.
Savon gives like a shrug along with Borgia of a sort of like, I'm just an infantryman. I don't know all this engineering nonsense.
Yeah,
I just
Isabel,
shoot the enemy and march forward.
Isabel is outright refusing to walk in front of a bunch of angry people with guns with gunpowder and doesn't want anyone else to do it.
Oh, that's why we got the horse cannon with the air rounds to keep the heads down.
And my rifleman could
And
provide cover fire as well.
yeah, Isabel would much rather charge the walls with all of those advantages than charge with all of those advantages and the disadvantage of carrying gunpowder in large quantities.
Right, but if Bianchi is right, we may not need a mass charge. We just need a few people, a horse to deliver it. We can, set off the powder from range, so we can risk less. I mean, if it's possible, it's worth looking into. The same way that, which would probably reduce your casualties of getting up the wall. I mean, if I have to consider and ultimately agree to not be at the very forefront, maybe you should consider this as well. Look,
GM, if you're willing to let me give a roll, even though in real life I know how to actually make that composition.
But let's not put that out in the air for children.
Yeah, and actually, don't actually do it for reals because I am streamed and I can get yelled at.
We don't condone the making of explosives, but
just stay out of the details. That's all.
This
episode brought to you by the Anarchist Cookbook.
Yeah, I was just about to say Anarchist Cookbook.
If your library doesn't have it, kids, make them order it.
It'll also make you terrible at making explosives because it is not a good source of information.
Maybe that was the idea. The FBI were behind it the whole time. Let me get you a roll here.
No,
Let's start doing
just anarchists who weren't good at chemistry.
It was Bubba. It was a bunch of Bubbas, is what it was.
Bubba? I'm not looking into that. I'm going to look into this.
The Southernism of Bubba,
Yeah.
Some redneck with,
where is
more sense of adventure than common sense.
Sounds awfully familiar in current context.
Oh, they're Bubbas everywhere. In Maine, they're called Mainers. Yeah, that road, she don't go nowhere. Stay right there. Fucking Mainer.
Oh, righty. Then
I think you have a whole island full of them in Canada, don't you?
Hey. I mean, you're not wrong. So when you drink that much Screech, you think of all kinds of ideas. You're gonna be giving me a. One second. You're gonna give me a roll. It's a complex roll. I'm just figuring out how to frame it while keeping the time limit in mind. And using the book to help me figure that out. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna do it this way. You are going to give me what sounds like an intelligence roll. Sounds like an engineering, I believe it is, roll. In intelligence. So you basically have 4 rolls, and each time you're rolling, you're trying to hit a certain threshold. And when you hit that threshold, we check your success die, and we add that to a running total. If after 4 rolls you have enough successes, you will have figured out how it's possible within the time allotted. After that, it's one of those things where your character probably could figure it out with the stuff that you have and be able to get a feel of what's available and then figuring out the math behind it. But after 4 rolls, the march is going to be going soon, so you have to pick a plan to do, so you have time to get everyone in order and start marching.
That's fair.
People can assist with this roll to ensure the success. Because the thing is, if you don't hit the target number, then the success die doesn't mean a thing. And stunt dice don't mean, if you get stunt dice, they don't mean anything because it's a complex roll, and time is not on your side.
Well, I mean, if I got 5, could I just swiftness and?
If you got 5, I would let you spend it toward that. That seems like a fair. That feels like a stunt that makes sense for what we're doing. Because a lot of the stunts don't make sense in complex rolls. but that one I think would work. Good to get
Yeah.
an extra increment, essentially.
Does anyone wish to assist me in coming up with explosives rather than ladders?
What's the roll?
Intelligence.
I could. Because technically it preserves the life of my men, hopefully. I don't know if that assists you.
Those assisting need to hit at least 10 to assist. So if you
Yeah,
if you hit 10 or
get a
more,
plus-
you have +1.
Yeah, you get a +1.
16 with a 6 on the die.
Six progress so far. You have 3 more shots.
What's your goal?
He'll tell me when I get there.
Ah,
Do I need another assist? Do you need another assist?
You can assist as many times as you want.
So another +1, I guess.
Would you take efficiency?
Well, I'm gonna tell you now, 14 doesn't make it. So the stunts don't even come into it.
Oh,
Diego can try and assist.
GM, does this take away from working on the ladders, or is
No,
this...
you'll if you
Okay.
after 4 increments, it's one of those. Well, we have to do the ladders because we have barely enough time to do that.
Well, no, it would be making ladders, not the using them. that I'm
Oh
talking about.
no, it wouldn't.
Okay.
What about an opportunity to scout the terrain leading up to the wall? Like, even if that's just me using my spyglass.
Basically, these 4 slots are before opening moves start becoming a thing. Like opening moves is going to encompass the preparations and readying to get at the wall.
Okay. So then, yeah.
Plus 10, 10 plus 10. 10 does get you, put you to 14, put you to 15. 15 is enough. That's 3, and you're asking for efficiency, I believe it was.
yeah, so it takes half as much time or resources. So essentially, I'm going to be making this explosion bigger and better.
Or you can get through the complex task quicker.
That's one.
I would use 5 to get through it quicker. 2, I'll say that you you'll make the idea will make a larger hole. Like you figure out a way that could make it more. You're making the attack more effective, but it still takes time to think it out. You could spend 2, so that way the actual explosion will do
Yeah.
extra damage.
I'll do that. I'll try and make a slightly bigger hole with an efficiency spend.
So that's 2. You have 2 more shots at the can.
Ooh.
I'll give you my 1 if I make it. Yeah.
Diego's no help.
Yeah.
12,
I might just
13.
re-roll mine as well. I'll spend the action point to re-roll mine.
Gotcha.
That puts me up to 15.
15 is what you're
That's
looking
only
for. And it is a 1 you added. 1, 0.
You get a 10.
Yeah, this is the last roll.
Big money.
Am I able to just re-roll the
Stunt die?
stunt die?
You can, for an action point.
I think I'll spend a stunt die, just an action point to re-roll the stunt die.
Yeah, because 1 is very minimal. The minimum amount of stuff done. Whoopsie.
There you go. Now you're at 14.
Yep.
Last shot at the can. Oh no.
I may need to re-roll that. Oh yeah, we'll have to re-roll that anyway because 3 would take me to 12, and that's not enough. Well, looks like I'm spending it here.
No, told you, Diego's not an engineer.
That's
Oh, yeah.
14.
14. You can have one of my APs if you really want.
What's 14? No, 14's a hit, and that's 3 on the die. Oh, that's... Yeah. So that would put me to 17? Is that enough?
Yep.
17 is enough. Yeah.
Hurrah!
And your roll, I lost it. There it is. At 3.
Can it be more efficient as well again?
It's more efficient, so a bigger explosion. However, 17 successes is not enough. Run out of time.
Come on!
You needed 18.
Can I steal someone's point?
Sure, you can have one of mine.
You need 4 or higher on the sun die.
You might need yours. Take mine.
Okay.
So I'm down to 1 AP.
There you go.
The 19 total.
Yeah, 19's enough. So you're able to figure out a way to reconfigure and manage the barrels in such a way that if you can get them to the wall, there's things you can do there that will force it to blow up a rather sizable hole. Especially since you find Bianchi, you happen to recall there's certain people who are also members of the Salon de la Selle who have certain things that they're meant for like starting fires easier or for like stripping paint off stuff, that sort of thing. It's not really meant for warfare per se, but adding 2 and 2 together, you kind of MacGyver an extra sort of, if I add those things and I do this and this mixture and then pack it like that, in theory it should blow up a big old hole in the wall. But the trick, you still have the ultimate problem of getting them up there, getting them over there.
So, what size barrels / containers are we looking at needing to transport, and how many?
More is better, but whether you do it in the big barrel form or the small barrel form, it's what Bianchi's figured out. He's going to be handing out extra stuff that people have to throw in, like extra vials and stuff that people have to pack in, and the engineer setting it up can kind of pack it. Someone's gonna have to get down and actually like start doing stuff to the collected barrels, and then very quickly get on horses and get out of there before they're detonated.
So somebody's got to do something at the wall once the barrels are placed. It's not something that can be done beforehand. And
I mean, it's my dumbass idea, so I'll light it and run away.
well, I mean, I think we can definitely set it off from range. So if you can just get it set up and run away, then I can shoot it.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you that now that you've done some of the prep, you know that viability wise, the target number, you'd have to do another advanced a complex test like you just did. The target number is 13, and the success threshold is 18. Basically, you're doing this check again, but instead there's no real time limit. It's just each round you're doing stuff while people are shooting at you and trying to get you to stop. So you'd have to sit there trying very quickly to
you won't get any
up.
assists, right? Because you'll be there alone.
Yeah.
Well, Borgia will be busy shooting people at the wall so they don't shoot you.
I mean, yeah, that's still fine. I'm the healthiest one here, so I can afford to be shot a few times setting this
Well,
bad boy
and
off.
we've got some action points we can throw your way if needed.
I'm glad this makes sense to the three of you, says Stefan, who's completely lost. He understands Big Boom and barrels. Like, there's bits he clues in, but he's like, I'm just a trooper. What do you want me to do?
So yeah, Diego is going to first, get a good look at the ground we'll be moving over. I mean, he's not actually going to go out because that might clue too many people in. But, he's going to be scanning things with his nice spyglass and seeing if he can't just get an idea of the, the lay of the land, this kind of area.
Give me Perception C.
Ooh, I did up my perception. For all the good it did me. That's +1 for the spyglass, so it's an 11.
Even with it all magnified, it seems that like the ground seems okay. It is an overcast day, just another autumn day here in Battl. So the weather isn't fighting you, at least. You don't see any particular special pitfalls or weird undulations of the ground that would trip you up or your horses. But as for the preparations on the wall itself and the battlements, it's hard to see. They put the defenders have put up some stuff that kind of blocks clean views of what's going on up there.
Right. One I was actually more interested in. So this kind of area is all pretty much flat and open.
There's some minor undulations of the ground, but yeah, it's mostly flat and open.
Right. Okay. Why are you doing that, Roll20?
Because you're not a pro, that's why.
But I'm a whatever the one level below pro is.
I'll pull it back because you guys are. So.
And also, Diego is going to find a decent-sized galleon flag and wrap it around his waist under the buff coat.
Okay. Something to wave on the walls.
One hopes. One hopes.
One forlorn hopes.
Yeah.
I'm a funny guy.
Or, something to tighten around the waist to keep the guts in
God.
once you get shot.
Incense stick, go there. Thank you. I believe Dumas was hoping to get some ladders built, or...
Well, I don't want to waste time on it if it's not the plan. So...
Good to have a backup plan, though.
Yeah, so after all the math is done, Dumas will ask the captain what his orders are, because Dumas does not want to use the explosives, but it is not her decision to make.
You have been granted your own command of this little operation to breach these walls. Therefore, it is you who should be making this choice, no?
The difficulties when you place 3 lieutenants in charge of something without a captain between them.
I believe leadership is required, Captain.
Unless... If you decide to give one of us the authority, but until then, there's no clear line of authority except through you.
Let me get your thoughts once again. What do you want to do of these 2 options? Ladders, I take it?
Scale the walls, seize the gates, let the army pour in through the gates. The army is already planning to be in force at the gates. If we can get the gates open, they'll do far more to capture the city than our few dozen will do
That's
through a
the whole
breach.
point of the attack for us, for our attack, is to get that done.
And Diego, you concur with this opinion?
It's 6 of one, half dozen of another as far as my part of it is concerned. We'll be providing cover fire. It's my belief that the riflemen can provide cover fire effectively for either a direct scaling assault or for Bianchi's team to plant explosives. I think both plans are viable. In theory, at least, it looks like the powder might save a few lives on our end, but it does come with risk. But
Bianchi?
so does scaling with a ladder.
Bianchi, what do you think?
I have made an incredibly powerful explosive, and considering the two lieutenants wish to gain a lot of glory from the forlorn home, I can't think of a better way to do that than with some spectacular fireworks.
That's a point.
Lieutenant Safwan, your humble opinion?
Well, I much prefer the latter. It's a tried and true method.
Even though you might catch a bullet while you're at it.
We're gonna catch a bullet either way, Captain.
My
After
men will
that.
have you well covered, particularly with the shrapnel shells.
Out of game, I'm going to roll dice. Because for the life of me, I can't make a decision. No, actually, you know what? No. Fuck the dice. I will make a decision. Your order to utilize the bombs. Proceed further as you shall. Dismissed. We need all our fighting strength against the Tin Islander Armada. Surely you understand.
Recommend we send word. We inform the Dame Rousseau. Perhaps she'll stay with the main attack on the Nustet's gate.
Send runner to Dame Rousseau and send a runner to Major Leclerc informing him of our course of action. He may want to inform the others that there's going to be a big boom.
Sir. And Safwan starts arranging that, because he's not part of the setting explosive bit. He's backup. So, making himself useful.
The rest of you, I don't care how you do it, but preserve as many men as you can in case we need to fight the Tin Islanders.
Before Safwan, in case, that's what we're hoping for. If before Safwan runs off, I'll go, Captain, recommend that we keep as much information about the big boom as we can to ourselves. We pull it off, it'll surprise some people, but not enough to have much effect. But no sense risking it come out ahead of time, just in case. Also, I'm remembering the Lieutenant Colonel, the Almanian Lieutenant Colonel's intelligence that there was a division of the Queen's Own operating in the southwest from, I forget the name of the last town we were at. It might be wise to have some scouting and screening elements, making sure that we don't find ourselves trapped between the wall and a secondary force coming at us from another angle. Not just us, but the whole Corps.
Luckily, we should. The Marshal is informed of the intelligence that you have dug out in Aquahaven. Hopefully, we shall have to put our trust in the rest of the Corps to do their job as we do ours as well.
Fair enough.
I'm afraid we are simply too small of a unit to influence the entire battlefield, Diego.
Well, certainly not with that attitude, sir.
If
Diego
we
will go
were,
and-
if we were 10,000 men, I would not say a thing. The rest of you are dismissed. Diego, please, would you stay a second?
Certainly.
Luciano's just going to leave the tent, just muttering to himself, time to go scare the shit out of the enemy.
Listen to me carefully, boy.
Mm-hmm.
If we get in contact with the Tin Islanders, sometimes in the army you have these special regiments that come from the Highlands. They are very fierce warriors, so you are presented with either two choices. One, don't fight them, ever, if you have the chance. If you are forced to fight them, they have one weakness, so to speak. They wield in combat, aside from their muskets, great heavy swords, we call them claymores.
Mm-hmm.
They cannot block very efficiently around the area of their crotch. Please keep that in mind when you are fighting them, if you have to fight them.
But these people aren't bulletproof.
No, but they are crazy, and they will get to you before you get to them.
Well, you say that, but we'll see.
If you see large men with bearskin shakos, run.
Well,
If you don't
to a
have
firing position, sure.
If you must not run, aim for where they cannot block, please. You understand?
I'm pretty sure that whatever kind of sword they're carrying won't be able to block a bullet from 200 yards, but okay, I'll take it under advisement, Captain.
Should you ever find yourself in close combat with them, and pray to Saint Solara that you don't, keep it in mind.
Well, in that case, I'll just slip a poison blade or bullet between their eyes.
And don't die. I'd hate to have to write your mother that you're a corpse somewhere in Vitlu.
We
You
call that
understand?
foreshadowing, everybody.
Right, yeah. Well, I'll do my best.
Flash forward to McNeil writing a tearful letter.
Right.
I'm afraid your best is not good enough. I want you to promise me that you will not die today.
I can't do that, Uncle, of course. That's not a promise a man can make.
Poppycock, promise me now that you will not die.
Or I'll shoot you.
I promise you I will do my best not to die while fulfilling my duty.
You always were a stubborn man, Diego Borgia. I pray to Saint Solara that this isn't the last time I see you, so I can give you a proper whipping with my cane next time for such foolish ideas. Now go, get your glory.
Yes. Yes, Captain. And, let me know how praying to statues works out for you.
So, you glorious fools. Any preparations before our opening moves of the mass battle to come?
This is a national capital.
Yes. Olisipo is the capital of Vitlu. Jewel of the queendom.
Hopefully the
One
queen
of the
and
richest
crown prince
cities
are
in the
there
world.
with
Okay, it
its
says
money.
if one raises militarists in a hostile national capital, this automatically results in a mass combat encounter.
So we try not to raise troops here.
We're already about to do a mass combat encounter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think we
Go ahead.
can't raise troops from them yet.
The idea of that rule is that, say you travel incognito into a city and then you go, militarists, rise up. It's like, well, if you recruit a bunch of militarists to join your army, then a mass battle starts because now these people are rebelling against their lawful rulers.
Okay, can I use the raise militarist's ability to talk around to other officers in the army and get them to loan me 5 men here, 10 men here?
Who wants to volunteer for a forlorn hope sort of thing?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, well, I can think of a few people who want to get some glory. But I'm military. Yeah, you can roll for military, sure. You try to recruit.
So
from
what settlement size?
your mother. No.
10,000. That's how many are in the army.
10,000.
Are we 20,000? I can't remember.
You're 20,000, yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, my brain keeps wanting to say 200,000. I'm like, no. Cords are big. They're not that big. What was I looking for? Right. Factional powers. Is militarist. You know what? I'll actually let you roll for national capital.
Which means on a high enough roll, a 20th of the army may sign up.
As like this other division goes, you know what? We want in. We're gonna help you with this.
Then that leaves that gate unattacked.
Well, don't worry. There's a bunch of other units over there.
Okay, this is communication leadership.
I believe so. Double check you.
That's what it says.
Yep. Then if that's what it says, then fine. No. Oh, yeah, communication leadership or strength intimidation.
Okay,
But-
well, I'm using communication leadership because that gives me a plus 11.
Yeah. It's almost like I want these people to join.
Can I gain any bonus because I've both met my goal to gain a commission and taken enemy standards, so I've proven that I can get in the middle of a tough fight.
I'll give you
And,
+2, sure.
All right.
Roll 3 ones. Let's go.
So that is well over 21.
Actually, that's an 11. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah. So you gain 2d6 times 100.
Wow. You're gonna need more than 5 ladders now.
We don't need
we
any
don't need
ladders.
Yeah, we don't need goddamn anything.
I know.
Um,
It was just a joke, kids.
You're not allowed
Yeah,
to joke
do-
around here. Jokes are taken seriously here, for some reason. Let me get the Meltzer's emblem. They are kind of their own thing.
but we're a cavalry corps, so I might imagine all of these people can ride. And they
Yeah,
have
yeah.
horses.
You're a cavalry regiment, a dragoon, a dragoon and cuirassier regiment, a corps, I should say. Sorry.
I mean, that extra 300 is going to help significantly if when we
Ah.
split up to take both the gates.
Right. GM, since it sounds like from what Leclerc was saying that the army had been kind of planning on and preparing for a siege, are there like siege elements already constructed? I'm thinking like, wooden screens, facings, stuff that could be fairly easily transportable into the field to act as like cover for my riflemen.
There would have been, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no role for that. They would have brought that along because they knew they're coming to Lisipo and expecting a long shootout.
So yeah, that's what I want to do, even if it's one of those things of, out of each pair of riflemen, one guy carries the other's rifle while the other one is transporting in a facing or a wooden screen so that we have cover, although we're going to hopefully stay out of range, but, just in case. And also cover for some of the horses, because that's how we're going to get to the wall quick.
Okay, give me intelligence military lore.
And can I use an AP on that roll?
No.
Oh.
13?
It is a die roll. You could. I was reading
gonna
up
do
on
that.
action points. Like, it doesn't really. You're rolling a die roll. Okay, sure. 13 is.
I like that number better.
God damn.
To some enterprising major or collection of captains, like, no, we want in on this. We'll follow your lead.
There are some colonels who have less men than me right now.
Wait, the marshal's behind this? Oh, hell yeah. I want some glory. Major Leclerc gets a bunch of angry letters from various runners. Hey, they volunteered for Forlorn Hope. Are you going to rob them of the glory? No? Then go away.
All right, so Bianchi, you promised a big hole. I need a hole that can fit 750 mounted soldiers.
Hey, I promised you fireworks. You're going to get goddamn fireworks.
Does 13 do the roll for the...
Only if people
Facing
don't interrupt
cover.
you anymore.
Right.
Including me. So, fortunately,
But-
no. I'm being facetious. It will work. Yeah, you're able
Okay.
to get your people in order.
No.
Any other preparation before the march and drums begin?
So, do we know where is this like the queen's primary residence, the castle?
Yeah.
Or is that a military installation?
That's the Queen's Palace there, yeah.
Right near Semich Grove. I hear the street vendors there are great.
Near the hilariously misnamed Small Tower. Massive neighborhood. There used to be a single small tower there. And then everyone kept building near the damn thing. And they got further and further away until eventually you go, you know what? Call it something else. I live near a small tower. That does not help me. So, I believe the march
I've got
begins. Oh, go ahead.
One question, if possible. Can we direct the horse cannon to be firing in that general direction with the air rounds?
I believe that was your idea, was it? Your
Yeah.
guys' idea, wasn't it?
I just want to make sure they
Yeah.
do the fucking job. Because it's not them running head first at a wall with explosives.
Just hope they don't fire too short. Air round, and you get peppered by your own people. Don't set off the explosives.
So that was me. That was one of those. Just making sure, eh, guys.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I will. Once the 700 are assembled, I will try to give a short, speech, extolling Gallia, the Emperor, and the men here assembled, and explaining all the terrible things we're going to do to Elisabeth and have fun doing.
Yeah, time to
Communication
fire
leadership.
them in.
Predominantly, these men are militarists, I think, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Proud to wear the sword, the cross sword.
Communication.
Leadership or inspiration, I think, is its own thing.
Something over 20. Like,
Yeah.
oh no, it's 22. Yeah.
Lots of cheering. And people yell, Limpera, Limpera, for the people, for the people.
Can I get a couple of them to yell death?
Death, death, yeah. And then it
What,
kind
are we
of
roll
reverberates
hand now?
I am. I don't know who y'all are.
And as your a good chunk of your elite company are assembling, Tensafon finally pulls aside you, Captain McNeil.
Mm-hmm.
I've informed those who we can inform.
Good. You shall remain here in the reserve with your troops.
Sir?
And if I see it necessary, I shall deploy you. But if I do deploy you, the situation is either that we are winning, or things have gone so horribly wrong that you need to step in. Understood?
Sir? Understood.
Good. You got the best seats in the house. Keep your men's head down, and your own head down as well for the time being, won't you?
Will do, sir, he says atop his horse.
Very well. Runner, where are you? Runner!
Sir?
Bring a chair over for me, would you?
The young lady runs over and brings out a chair.
And brew me a cup of tea, will you?
Sir. Runs off.
And I'll prepare to watch the battle.
Let the mass battle commence. Who is leading the opening stage of this? This part is a lot of finding the exact right timing, so that way you're attacking as your friendlies are starting their push, but not like you're trying to time your move such that you're not out of position and maximize. Meanwhile, trying to keep the people on the wall from realizing what you're planning on doing, because you're doing stuff out here. It's just they're not sure what it is because there's these big go to hell armies marching upon their walls.
Should I lead the opening stage by trying to, get the artillery to suppress the guys on the walls?
No,
opening
specialist
stages-
troops are the skirmishers for this.
Yeah, opening moves are intelligence and military lore rolls. So
I got that as well.
okay, I mean, yeah, you could.
I mean, if there's any role that will maybe require leadership, that's more up your alley, I guess, because you're there straight in the fighting. The most
Well,
I can
no,
do is like
it's-
send letters from the back, right?
I mean, in theory, you, as the commander, you could roll for all 3 stages. I mean, I know you've got communication leadership through the roof. What's your intelligence military lore?
3 plus 2.
I mean, you got me by 1 in there.
I could roll that if you want. Is that okay with everyone else, or?
I mean, considering the 3 of us are probably going to be doing a lot of rolls when we enter the city, if you want to do something now, go for it.
Fair enough. Here goes. It's a 15 with 3 stun points.
And 3 on the die. What is our? Is this we're calling this challenging large battle, GM?
This is a formidable battle.
Also, kind reminder to everyone to look at the Discord for these points. I have a +6 on my rolls, anyway, for these initial stages because of the stuff that I did last time.
Oh yeah.
And you're also facing formidable forces.
Okay, so it means each stage has a success threshold of 25, and thus far you've scored 3 points.
If you got at least 17 on the roll.
Yes, I got a 21 with that +6, so.
Oh, there you go. Yep. I have to roll
can I
back
spend
for the
those
bad
3
guys.
Can I spend those 3 stunts on anything, or not in this case?
It's opposed, so I think.
Well, you're both racing through a complex task.
Mm.
mean,
If you have
three-
at least, if you get 6 stun points, you can do a special "We Are the Champions" stunt, which I'll copy pasta over because it's faster. Hello, there we go. Post, you silly thing. So when you perform a stunt, you basically perform a stunt that is so impressive that it inspires the troops and it intimidates the enemy, which adds 1 to the advanced test for the stage.
Okay. That's if we get a 6.
Yep.
Alrighty. So, go again.
Hold on, I have to resolve my side of it. So you got
I got a 21 overall with 3 stun points.
not the number I'm looking for. I'm looking for the other number. 3. Okay. Check on. Bad guys got rolled that. Plus that is they make no progress in opposing this and catching you. Roll again.
22 with 5 stun points.
Five and 3 is 8, isn't it?
Yeah, not 9.
Yeah. so one got a bit excited.
Sorry, I can math.
Again?
No progress. Okay.
No progress on my end, sadly. Ooh,
Oh.
they got a lot. They got a lot that time.
Woo, fun. I'll try an AP this one.
Well,
My
I mean, you
last
still
victory.
got 17, which is what you needed.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I got the 17, I guess.
Good.
With
'Cause
the
he gets
plus
11
plus
plus
6.
6.
Oh yes, that's
Yeah.
true. Yep.
Which puts us at
11.
11 and
11.
them at 6.
Hmm.
They got 6 stunt points and they succeeded, right?
Yeah. So yeah, the enemy
Yeah,
got
so-
6 points.
So it's 11 to 6 at the moment.
Okay. Let's keep a
And
roll.
I'll note too, once you're within 5 of your target, you can push a crisis moment to try to force that over or just roll off.
Which is at
Oh.
20.
We'll keep rolling for the time being.
But we have to. Yeah.
18 with 2.
Ooh, no progress on my end.
Yeah, so we're at...
14.
No, sir, we're at 13.
13, yeah. I can math.
We'll get there eventually.
Alright. Here she goes.
If you people just let me fucking cheat.
I'm gonna need to reroll this one. I'll spend my last AP on this one. Yeah,
There you
that'll do it.
2, putting you to 15.
Any progress on their end?
Yep, they're up to 11 currently.
Again.
You are... Yeah, we both get the 25. We're both racing to the
Yeah.
edge of the earth.
Here's another 18 with 2. My god.
No progress.
Yeah, we're making lots of small progress. They're making almost no progress, but when they hit it, they hit
Do a
it big.
jump, yeah.
There we
Oof.
go.
Well, it is a war of attrition.
Where are they at, GM?
Enemies at 15 currently.
And we
Okay,
are
they're
at
2 behind.
17. Oh, well, how much do we need? 19? I think we'll reach it first anyway, hopefully.
No, we need-
No, we need 25. We need to get to 20 before we can force a
Okay.
crisis.
Let's try it then. Yeah, there we go. That's better.
4 puts you to 21.
And they're at what?
We'll see.
15.
Yeah, then
Still.
we don't want to force a crisis.
Yeah, no, we're fine here.
Okay.
Here's another +1. We're giving them a chance. Oh my-
Ah,
Oh my god.
21. We're catching up to... What are they doing over there? I don't know. There's some people hanging back. It's probably nothing, right? Yeah, it's probably nothing.
So
they're
I
within
think I think you'd want to force a crisis now, because
Yeah,
um,
they're within 1.
yeah, because either of you could cross the threshold, and although you have an advantage because you have one more, which means if you both go across 25, you're more likely. It's still highly RNG which of you will come out ahead.
Downside is if you lose that crisis, you lose the stage.
Yeah, but that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That same risk happens if we continue rolling anyways. If
Yeah, no.
if we were at 15 or whatever, if they were at 15 still, then it'd be no brainer to keep going.
Yeah, no, I'll force it.
So, you notice that, as people are marching and you're trying to get the timing down, you see that there's some glints of glass coming off of the wall, looking, that seem to be flashing around this way. And McNeil, you kind of get this idea, you think about, what would you be doing if you were them? You're like, you might be wondering what this detachment is doing. And you might be suspicious, and if you had someone as half as skilled as your 3 young officers, they might figure out what you're trying to do. You need to take out the spotters so they don't. So even if they panic at being sniped at least they don't know. Like they know you're attacking the wall, but at the very least, they won't know what you're actually trying to do.
Okay.
They might think
girl?
you're just a sharpshooting unit.
Oh, page boy, my horse. Post haste.
Horse. And they very
Oh.
quickly, a bunch of people start riding, holding up the horse, getting ready to go. One guy puts a stool down so you can step up quicker. That's
I'll ignore this tool and just like hop on it
oh.
and ride towards Diego.
As you guys are busy, like getting stuff up, getting people in order, talking among yourselves, and then McNeil comes riding in.
Diego,
Sir.
10 hut. There's spotters on those walls over there. They have spyglasses. I need you to take them out. Can you do that?
That's what we do. Go on, kids. So yeah, we'll ride into rifle range with our facings and screens for a little bit of cover. I have no idea if that line's the right place. That's just where I drew the line.
That's good for our narrative purposes.
Yeah. And yeah, then let's see what damage we can do.
And we roll off for initiative. Anyone else joining Borgia at the crisis fight?
I have a knot gun.
They're too far away. Get closer.
I'll join to give the men, his men. I know they don't need it, but I'll try and give a couple of encouraging words, like over there, shoot over there, look over there, see that glint over there.
And I mean, and as the only way I can help in this situation is as they're getting ready to move forward. I'll use my command ability with the glaive to inspire and give Diego and the rest of us +2 to initiative.
Okay. $17 for Diego.
You're going faster than me. There are a bunch of other people in zeros. Your zeros are firing at my zeros. We're not gonna. That's gonna be something the mass battle's gonna cover.
Fair.
There are 3 people in particular you need to take out. If they, the 2 people, there's currently 3 of you at risk of being shot. But really, I think if they take down Borgia and neither McNeil nor Banshee can answer fire back at the spotters, then you've lost the crisis. So Borgia can't fall. Flip side, though, if those 3 fall, whatever spotters they have won't be good enough to see what's going on, or they'll drop their glasses and stuff like that. So by the time they get new people in, you've already finished the preparations you were trying to do.
Okay. Borgia will be taking advantage of the cover we brought up. I don't know, although I hate the way the cover works in this game.
How does cover work in here? I never use it. I'm always out in the open.
It's like designed, I think, for bows.
No,
and
you
stuff.
used cover when you fought when we did the smugglers.
Oh, that's true, yeah. I see what you're saying.
Because it's all about, like, you get a minus when you're in cover shooting out, but I'm like, okay, that kind of makes sense for an arrow if you're behind a bush, but not really for a firearm. But whatever.
I attribute it to you trying to fire out round something and then very quickly pulling yourself back behind it.
Fair enough.
So I will say that this amounts to light cover. So you have -1 to attack them, but they have a -2 to attack you back. Because
Okay.
Yeah, because the people on the glasses are the ones that are kind of standing up and away. So they're gonna be firing back at you. But they have to stand up and over to shoot at you.
Are we using the range band on the map, or are we just narrating a range band?
We're narrating a range band, essentially.
Okay. So, my short range now extends to 200 yards. Am I within that?
You can get to within 200 yards, yeah.
Okay. Can I get to within 100 yards?
You'd have to give me a roll to get there fast enough before they start. They might spot you rushing to them, and then they may start peppering at you as you're rushing.
Well, if
You
they
get to
don't have
200
rifles,
pretty
I'm
quickly, and then not do anything because they think you're just doing prep, not shooting
Right.
at them. But as you're closer from 200 to 100, they're going to be like, "Oh shoot, stop him! he's doing something."
Well, at 200, what are they going to do to you unless they fire cannons at you? Muskets can't hit you at that range.
Right. My only thing is, if I'm within 100 yards, I get +2 to damage.
Yeah, but
That's right.
You,
Yours-
you don't
they
have to
could
worry
be-
about them shooting back.
Yeah, if they don't have rifles, you'll
Right.
be fine. No, I'm wrong. Sorry.
So, yeah, I'm going to try and get within 100 yards. Like, granted, right at 100 yards, but if you want me to do a roll, I'm happy to. Because I'm even stealthier than usual.
Give me Constitution stamina. Because you're carrying a big old thing and trying to cross a bunch of distance really quickly. Or
Well, that's
Constitution
not a roll.
running, either way.
Aha! That is better because I have something. Yes, I have Hunter's Boots, which gives me a +2. $15 with 4 stunt points.
You're running as fast as you can. Your troops are going with you, and then crack. You hear one shot, and does. Oh, I probably didn't hit you. Someone over there has a rifle.
Defense is 14.
Oh, I don't think I hit you. As much as I was like, aha, I'm going to surprise you. Like, oh, I think you missed.
Well, because they'll be at -2.
Yeah. Not that number. Oh, no. 13. You missed. So you hear a whistle cut through us. Your fellow rifleman just kind of jumps suddenly, like, one of them has a rifle. Run, 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 run. Cover down, cover down.
Yeah.
I'll note that the one that shot at you. Where's my target thing? This guy.
Which one? Sorry, I missed it. I was looking at something up.
He has a little.
Oh, the target. Okay, well, I know what my first target is. Yes, so I will spend 2 of those 4 stunt points on my new class stunt of Evade.
Okay.
Basically adds 2 to my defense, and every time I missed, I can move 4 yards without actually using an action. Yeah, so. And then I've still got 2 stunt points left after that.
This musical episode. There we go. So, plumes of rifle fire exchange, rifle fire versus musket fire.
Okay. And I will spend 2 to boost, so I'll get +2 on my next action. And then, yeah, I'm going to aim to get +2, and then shoot. He was also the guy with the rifle is also the one with spyglass, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's my first target. And this gets. Are the bonuses we got last time just for mass battles, or are they for? Okay, so not here. But this is +2.
It's like +2 -1 because you're firing out of cover.
Yeah. So +1 total, 19. Then damage. This is actually +2 because I'm within 100 yards. 16.
Bang! You kind of
Is their dexterity less than 4?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna pile a d6 on top of that. Come on, character sheet, move over. There we go. 15 total.
He returns fire.
Now got to hit a 16.
That's a miss.
And
Are McNeil and Bianchi firing as well, or are they kind of hanging back, trying to helping securing a escape route if needed, or a rescue team if needed?
I got nothing that can fire on this, so yeah, I'm staying behind and inspiring the men with my sheer presence.
Gotcha. Bianchi has a knock gun, so
Yes.
you could literally attempt a stunt attack to actually use the impress action or inspire action or stunt. Blah.
Can I make a stunt attack to try and hit one of those guys with my pistol?
Not within range, because you still have to succeed at hitting the target.
That's a shame. No, we're fine.
I did 16. Miss. Miss. Bang, bang, bang. The 3 sharpshooters try to. They see that you're the leader of your group, so they're trying to. They're you see your cover kind of being peppered by fire. They know who to target as well. Like, hey, target acquired. That guy.
Right.
Back
And
to
I
you.
brought up some cover. Okay. So minor action to reload, and then Raz Blammy Mataz. So that's a 13 with the -1.
Yep.
Okay.
His dex got +10 from the last turn, so you can't do your pinpoint again. No.
Ah. 14, and I will add d6 on top of that. So 19.
Falls back in a way.
Very good. Don't have any stunt points to use, so knock back behind cover.
They also seem to rapidly reload their weapons. And
Ah,
try to
I
avenge
see.
their friend.
I see you have the firearms talent as well. Aha.
Damn it. Oh,
That probably gets me.
I get you.
Okay. There we go.
That is 13.
13 -4.
Back to you.
Can I do?
Hmm?
Can I do an action now? That
If
you
you
got
want,
wounded?
yeah.
Yes, I'd like to use my inspire action on expert. So, I see Diego getting shot, maybe like stumbling back a bit, and I'll shout at him, "Did I tell you you could stop? Keep firing!" And I'll heal him for 1d6 plus my communication, and you get a +2 on your next test.
Yeah.
Cool.
Expert Inspire.
So you get healed for 11.
Back up to full.
And you get a +2 on your next shooting test.
Ruby,
There's something I could do.
go for it.
It's essentially a stunt attack, but it's not an attack.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to do protect. I'll post it in Discord.
Aha. How many sun points does it require?
2.
Okay. Give me an intelligence military lore check to kind of pick out when this is gonna. Actually, no, we're at tactical level. Give me perception, seeing, or empathy.
Yeah, I'll just go
Seeing?
perception.
Seeing. Oh, perception either way.
Ooh.
Nah, you're not. You think about trying to do it, but you're out of sync with the shootout that's going on.
Well, I'll be doing that on my next round.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Good idea.
You're trying to become my cover.
It's like, okay, and bang, now. Tink. Oh, way too late. Okay, let's try that again. I'll get the timing down eventually. You return fire when ready.
All right. Same thing again. Minor to reload, and then let's take a shot at getting +2 on this, I believe, from McNeil.
Mm-hmm.
So with a -1 for cover, a +1. 20.
Yep.
12 is his or her dexterity 4 or less, or less than 4.
It is.
16.
Bang, bang. Oh, God. My spotters. No, you have to roll better than that.
I'll just roll a quick perception so I can potentially be cover.
Gotcha. You succeed.
Yep.
I do just kind of see this as Bianchi, like, stepping in front and putting my rifle on his shoulder. So I'm just shooting from behind him. Big deal, you do anything?
No, not at this point. Keep in mind, though, I give you +1 stun point generated, as long as I am,
Within sight.
within sight. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Unfortunately, I don't think I've generated any.
If you do generate, just keep that in mind.
Yep.
But no, I'm fine.
Okay, so same thing again, minor to reload, just no pluses on this. 20. I would love to generate some points, but
That's a hit, though.
yeah. 14, and then
Ooh,
16 again.
thud. Guy falls back. The guy curses at you and Fitlu for his friends.
I don't speak that!
Oh, I
I
hit
speak
you.
that! Or does it
Oh.
hit Bianchi?
Does hit Bianchi. So I have stunt points. Pierce armor. And mighty blow. Half your armor is being applied here. Oh, mighty blow, so I add another. 17 damage with half your armor.
I take 13.
As blam, they shoot at Bianchi, and because they realize that he's
Got
part
you,
of your
go!
hits into one of the thicker parts of your tattooing. It's almost like it's some later will say that the tattoo is what saved his life. No, the guy just didn't hit me in my heart, you crazy people. Hit me in the head, I'll die like anyone else. This isn't magic. Is it? Back to you. You'll have to do another perception test to get in the way again, because when you get shot, you kind of double over, because being shot hurts.
Cormac, you up to anything?
I can't heal you again because that was once per encounter. So
Oh, no, that's fine. I'm just asking every round, so pop over you.
Yeah, maybe have an idea. GM, can I get the other rifleman to try and do some harrying fire on that last one to lower its roll for the next action?
Give me communication leadership.
19?
Yeah, so you're trying to make it harder for him to shoot back or make it easier for Borgia to hit him?
Harder for him to shoot back.
Yep, so you
Or
basically...
Borgia's gonna hit anyway, so...
You've conferred a -5 to his roll as a bunch of riflemen just, as they're firing, they hear you give orders and they just turn in it's very organized of turn. A degree up, fire. All of a sudden this one guy's like, holy crap. Okay, they found me, that's not good. Peeks his head up again.
So minor to reload and fire. That'll be a 13.
Hits.
Okay.
This guy has to roll like crazy to hit you now on this turn.
15.
Ow. Take this. Yeah, no. There's a shot that goes somewhere into Solara's eternal heaven, but it goes nowhere near because it's bang. Oh god, it's really hard to shoot when people are hearing you like this. So
You guys did anything?
No, nothing this turn. I think next turn you get him, right? So go ahead and get him.
Well, we hope.
We should hope so.
Bianchi, do you want to jump in front of a bullet again?
He is BRB.
Well, he doesn't get to now. Fortune.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Same thing again. So
You generate 2 stun points.
No, I don't think I hit with that.
You did not hit, no.
Yeah, so I'm going to spend an action point to reroll.
That
Probably
hits.
hit with that.
You don't generate any stun points. You stink.
Man, I don't know I cannot remember the last time. Of course, the flip side is I can't remember the last time really either Corby or I rolled regular stunt points in a combat.
Y'all stink.
Well, so you holding a musket. Ow!
I'm not a musket holding type. 23.
23.
Victory! You've taken out the spotters. Your riflemen keep firing to let you
Right.
kind of pull away, so you're not just standing there trading with the wall, because that will draw too much attention. But the opening stage is a success,
Hooray!
as they are too busy attending to that raid you just did.
Hip hip hooray.
We win. Now, Bianchi, take a breather.
I mean, can I take a breather?
You can all take a breather if you want. You could spend 5 minutes just kind of taking a second between stages as you're kind of.
I'll have some
I
tea.
forget what's the heal on that.
It is
Constitution plus level, I think, right?
in the thing. 5 con level. 5 plus con plus your level.
Ooh, I got 11 back.
As your opening stage is successful, now it's just a matter of the main engagement, of closing into that wall, getting it in place. As your horse cannon fire, people get covering fire to your horses. Your horses have to charge in and start dropping barrels as close as you dare. Who will lead the second wave? The main engagement, communication leadership.
I mean, I think it's me taking the barrels to the wall and lighting them. So, yeah, also I think it's me essentially blowing up the wall at this stage.
Yeah. You go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Would you accept intelligence engineering instead?
I would not. You have to get the other people with you to bring the barrels up to the wall.
I know.
I mean,
I've
do you
still
want me
got-
to try and roll this, or?
No, I've got communication leadership, or if you want to roll it, I'll still be the one up there, so I can assist you.
I mean, if a crisis point boils down, I'd say you should be the one to call it, right? Because I can't anymore.
I don't think we can call crisis.
On this one? Okay.
Yeah, because we did it last time.
Oh well. Do you want to do it then, or should I?
You do it and I'll assist you.
Okay, sounds good. Communication leadership, right?
Yeah.
19 with 5 stun points. Does my expert in Inspire also count for
No.
me, or just allies? No. Mhm.
Yeah, it doesn't cover you. Helps people around you.
Okay, well, for 5 stun points, I should like to sabotage. If they try and stop us, they'll have to beat this 19.
19's what you get, so 5 is generated.
And it's 20 because I assisted.
Oh yeah, 20. Sorry.
Throw back. Get this guy's sheet.
Oh, sorry. I still get my +6 as well, so it's just out of the wazoo.
I don't make progress. Darn.
Okay, I'll do it again. So this is a 21 to begin with, and 22 with Bianchi.
Yeah.
No progress on their end. You're at 9.
In fairness to you, have you been using enemy and fortifications?
Yeah, I've just been rolling crap.
Because that doesn't give you points. That takes points away from us.
Here's a 30 overall on the
Oh, I was
dice
doing it as a
then,
penalty
whatever.
on my side. Bonus on my side, rather. Yeah, it's like a -3 to your rolls generally. We'll do it that way because that is the way it's supposed to be. So it's -3 to your rolls.
Sure.
I just don't get a bonus from it.
Sure. So that's a 27 then with all.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. Oops, no. There we go.
Well, I mean, you don't get any bonuses this time round.
Yeah.
14-4 or
14-4.
That's a 20 something odd, you know.
So down to 23.
Yeah.
Oh, you're up to 15. Nothing on my end.
Steady as she blows. We're at a 17.
Oh, you just. That got it. Another 5 for me.
Another 4 for us.
5, not friggin' there. There.
so 19-9.
Gosh darn it, stop rolling so good.
I mean, we do it. We got another 4, so we're almost up there.
23.
There. Good golly. It's too little too late, though.
And last but not least, we just get the 1. Wah wah.
24. One short.
Dang it. Nothing.
Nerds. Okay.
These guys are going to be so fucking confused about what's happening.
Here
Well,
comes the choo-choo bell.
narratively, it's so many troops have been drawn away from our point of the wall that
Yeah, because they're basically like this. They're split
Yeah.
between these two battles, and then, oh, by the way, this is happening.
so looks like victory goes to us with a total of 27 with that last roll.
All right. So they're all set up. Bianchi, you get up to the wall. It's all set up. It's all arrayed. Now it's a matter of sitting there and getting it, putting all your extra fixings on top of it. Is anyone else staying with Bianchi to help build the super explosive, if you will, or is everyone else retreating back out of range?
Cormac is retreating back out of range.
What's the role for helping set up?
It is intelligence, engineering, and what are the roles? It is a complex test. It's that kind of test. Therefore, oops, I went too. Go. Target number 13, success threshold of 18.
So is this kind of going to play out like a crisis point where like he's going to be trying to set this up under fire? Diego could be helping him by helping him set up, or like also shooting at the people on the wall who are shooting at him. Is it going to work like that, or?
Yeah, there's one primary role, and other people can assist with the role, basically.
Okay, yeah, Diego will assist then.
You're gonna hang around and assist.
Am I assisting in
You
setting
do-
stuff up or shooting?
You could shoot back up at them to try to get people to pay more attention to buy Bianchi some cover.
Yeah, you're just because you're more likely to get assist points from me if I'm using.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Duma?
This is assisting with the explosion.
Yep.
I don't know if I
Fusing or whatever.
can. if I have to lead the next part,
Sorry, say that again.
I mean, can I and lead the next part?
You could.
I assume that I'm waiting for this to be resolved.
You could. But you can assist if you like. I'm just saying that if you're in, whenever the other side damages, it's going to hurt whoever's there, because it's going to be a ton of fire going down at whoever's down there. Because the time limit is until you run out of health, basically, because eventually if you're taking you guys take too long, you'll fall over and bleed out. The people who hang back aren't at risk of being shot.
I need to be ready and at full health for the next stage. Bianchi promised he could handle this.
All right.
So, intelligence engineering.
Oh,
I mean, the man just took a bullet for me. I don't think I can't not help.
well, you could, but you'd just be a gutless coward, that's all.
Right.
Oh, come on.
Lose track of that. 12 is
I
not
got you.
enough. Make no progress.
Yeah, I've got no action points, so.
Take 16 damage. Both of you.
Is that reduced by armor?
It is, yep.
No, they don't even have to roll to hit. Goodness.
Yeah, there's just so many muskets going.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna hit you. Actually, multiple someone's are gonna hit you, because now they see, oh god, shoot them.
I did not realize that was how this was going to go.
Hey, you can always run away.
Oh, come on.
$13 is not enough. Wait, is it? Sorry, I might have
Yeah.
robbed you.
Target number 13.
Yeah.
I was trying to rob you. Don't worry.
With a
0,
massive one.
1.
Yeah.
Can I boost myself?
For your next roll, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally can. 13 damage.
Dude,
I'll
they are
take
eating us up.
6. Like I said, if you need to fall back, fall back.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I can actually do what I'm doing from 100 yards plus away.
You could, given that
That's
you're a
not
rifleman, yeah, you could flee out of their musket range, and then just continue assisting from range. It's just that if Bianchi goes down, you can't really get to him without being running under fire. You could back off and still help.
Yeah, I'll just signal you to back off.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's an extra 5 to the total there. A total of 6.
Oh, I didn't.
Only 12 more.
Yeah, just go on, shoot me.
20.
Ah.
I'm still going. So that's 17 and an extra 4 on. Well, I guess it's a 10.
21.
That's 14, okay.
Kill him! Kill him! Stop him!
Still going. I mean, it's still someone's action point.
That's 12. You're one short.
You can have another one of mine.
Please.
Now,
Oh my god.
Alright, I'll give you my one. The
Oh,
last one.
thank you. Oh my god, that's
There
so
you go.
much better.
well, there's 17. And then brings us up to 16 total points.
What
15?
can I do to...
Well, no, we were at 10.
We're at
Yeah, we're
7.
at 10, so we're at 16.
What?
Yeah.
No, he's
6,
been
4.
adding it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
We got 1, then 5, then 4, then 6.
14 damage.
I've got 6 points. Trying to quickly figure out what I'm gonna add. 3 on boost.
Okay. It's probably wise.
Would you take 3 in wariness to reduce that damage by 3?
Alright, thinking. Oops, clicked the wrong thing. That doesn't help me. Over here. Yep. I'll let you reduce the next attack by 3 as you're being extra wary, because you're spending some time looking up going, hey, which of you jerks are going to shoot at me? Ah! Start throwing stuff up at them just to distract them and then keep going.
Oh, okay. So I'm at 16. I need 2 more to blow up this fucking wall.
Oh, do it.
That's 19.
Got it set up. You're ready to blow the wall. You start getting away from it because you probably don't want to stay there while it's about to blow up.
Yeah, I've probably got like a long call and it's just like I'm running away.
17 damage. Minus 3, so 14 damage.
14. Oh my god.
Are you gonna die in your own explosion?
I'm running away.
How much HP do you have left?
7.
Just made it. Oh, we'll take a breather. We'll be fine.
Woof! Huge chunks of stonework get launched into the air.
Just gonna look over to Diego. Fucking told you.
I was with you.
I just like to imagine the scene from the 2 towers, just like the Helm's Deep wall just going up.
Right.
And you hear very cheerful drums coming from the nearby division as there's a big explosion. It's in drum speak. It's just it's an attaboy sort of thing, like good job or huzzah sort of drum to let you know that we saw what you did. That was cool. Just it also throws off the enemy. It's like, what does that mean? Is that some sort of code? It is, but it's just a friendly, hey, good job. We saw that. And now all that remains is the gap into Olisipo.
We will, we're expecting the explosion, so as soon as it happens, I'll give the order to charge. With no hesitation, because we want surprise.
I need a medic.
Come on, boys. Give them cover.
Oh, looks like everything's going well, Captain, says Safwan as you see a big chunk of wall thunk 100 feet off to your right.
I should bloody well hope so, Lieutenant. Didn't do all this for nothing, did we? Why don't you get your men ready to head out?
Sir, give me perception seeing there, McNeil.
Mhm.
You're far back enough, you might notice it.
I told you.
9.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
So Dumas, you're in the finishing move because your side won the second stage. It can be decided to be a communication leadership or intelligence military lore to fight for that breach.
McCormick is going to decide to let it be intelligence military lore.
Wait, do I have to roll it or?
It's your decision on what it is, and I'm asking that you make it.
Oh, intelligence military lore. Yeah, your communication is doggy doo doo. So go ahead.
It is not. It's not great, but it's not bad.
I
Let's
thought
not-
I was the only one catching strays.
Let's not kid ourselves here.
The question is, do you want to maybe let McNeil roll it because he's got such a high communication and we've got to reach 25?
I'm gonna get a +3,
Yeah.
and that's gonna put me every roll, +3. Plus, I already have focuses in intelligence and military lore.
I mean, that's fine. I'm just throwing it out there.
Oh, why am I looking over here? I already know what the answer is. So whoever's leading who's ever leading these men into that breach, go for it.
Can I argue that we get a modifier for battlefield surprise?
I would say so.
I mean,
that
You should be
ranges
surprised.
from
And Diego's... Go ahead.
that ranges from +1 to +3.
I'll give you +2.
Okay, so with that and the fact that I have specialist troops, I ignore their bonus for fortifications. If they still count as having fortifications.
They do. They still have some. They're still entrenched into their. You're trying to fight through that fortification. Actually, no, you're right. That's the whole point of blowing a hole in the wall, is to get rid of that. So yeah, no.
So you might demote them to having prepared positions or just high ground. Because
Yeah.
they're still.
So I'd say prepared positions still. They still had some. They have some positions that go deeper into the city to fight you. So -2 instead of -3.
Which puts me overall at a +1. Because I have specialist troops and +2 for battlefield surprise.
And Diego's leading the riflemen up behind the main force, covering the walls.
Dude, I'm just trying to find rules for healing.
It's in the pins.
Oh, is it? Oh, shit.
Oh, for the love of.
It's not. Well, I only got 14, and we need more than that, don't we?
Yeah, you need 17. Do I make any progress?
Can Diego assist?
You certainly can.
I mean, I guess that will only get you one
It
more.
won't- it
which
won't.
is- yeah.
I make no progress. If it makes you feel any better.
But Diego will assist next time.
16.
Ooh, your assistance matters.
Now one. Haha. Told you
One.
it's going to be one.
And do we have any AP points?
I've got one.
Hey.
You've got one?
Mm-hmm.
Can I have it?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna re-roll the stunt dice.
Yeah. What? You don't want just one progress for all that blood and sweat you're spending into the ground?
Oh my God.
2. Don't worry, you got another one. You're 1/3 of where I am.
Yeah, I succeed on my own. Without assistance.
Dang it. No progress.
Can you put both what we have and what he has? So we're at 5 and it's 5 to 6? Yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you.
No one trusts me.
Well, it's easier to see than just to hear once and then.
It's on the table. It's over here. On the token.
Yeah, but I have a character sheet.
Move it over, you lazy. No.
There's not
It's
room.
literally in the middle. I can't move the character sheet anyway and see it.
Well, sounds like a you problem. Hey. They're managing just to keep ahead of you, and they're brave fight to hold the breach along the wall.
This is finishing moves, so technically we've won. Just by how much?
Yeah, they're trying their best to stop you, but it's all you're doing is whittling down what they have. So
Right.
like, we're gonna make you pay for this bit of wall. It's like, well, 11th Olisipo, you're brave, but like the tide is well and truly against you.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty much pouring a regiment of troops in there, so it's almost an even battle. Or she, rather.
You've taken the lead. Oh, no. No.
My bonuses will get me up to past 17.
17.5 puts you to 22, I believe.
Mm-hmm. To 17.
My kingdom for one more stunt point.
I'm not in sight, am I?
You are.
So you generate more.
You 6.
Actually, we've been journeying. You only had so many stunt points.
Yeah, but you got six.
I've only had 5 stunt points twice, so I could have only done We Are the Champions twice.
Oh, well, now you know. I told you about this. I told Diego. I told you as well.
Yeah,
Well, then
yeah.
in that case, that puts me not at 27. That puts me at 29.
And thus, the push, what they were trying to do, part of it was them trying to fire at you and slow you down. It looked like they were trying to stop you, but in truth, they were trying to have ordered pullbacks to try to present a defensive line against the palace. The problem is that you guys are moving in too fast, with too many people, with reserves, in through that wall.
You want to take half and go for one gate, and I'll take half and go for the other?
Wait, what are we trying to do?
Open the gate so the rest of our corps can pour in.
But then, McNeil, you see your people pouring in. Do you start following in after them, or are you just hanging out outside to join?
Yeah, slightly just trotting back on the horse. I would have given Saffron the order to, march at a steady pace inside the breach. Don't run, but, keep a steady pace in there. But I'll be following along back with the horse and some aids.
Yeah, knew it.
As from over the hills, the various elements of the 7th Corps are ambushed by troops bearing the anchor in field.
Yes, glad we relied on the marshal to do the scouting.
And then heavy shelling and cannon comes from the armada, wreaking absolute havoc on Major Leclerc and Rousseau's position, as they now have to defend themselves from the 22nd North Brantholm. But you are in, and the 11th Olisipo, for all its efforts, is being forced back deeper and deeper into the city by you guys.
Well, I imagine with the casualties coming, are they even an effective force anymore, or are they?
That is worth calculating. You won all 3 stages.
We also had stage 3 specialists.
I mean, if it helps, most of our casualties came from them peppering the shit out of me.
We'll resolve your part because it's an easy thing.
Okay.
You won 3 stages, so that's +3. Enemy outnumbered, don't worry about that because of the mass. The 2 masses are basically equaling each other out. They do have 3 stage 3 specialists due to cannon support and the heavy troops, so -1, so you have +2 total to your roll.
plus your
Plus
plus-
the difference between the last stage, isn't it?
yeah, plus your +3 for mass battle rolls that you earned last time.
Yeah, so you have it. 3 stages for 1, plus your +3, so 6 minus 1 because they have stage 3 specialists, so you're at 5 to your +5 to your casualty roll. TN's the same number as the battle.
Which is 17.
Yep.
Which then means I make it.
Yep.
Your successful amount is equal to. You got 1 degree of success due to your die, so you would suffer 30% casualties instead of 35. The enemy. Well, they have a few penalties. They have -3 because of losing all 3 stages, and they have an additional -1 because you have a stage 3 specialist on your side. So -4. Roll. How good are you guys? They do not make it. They do not make that roll. How much was it failed by? Well, this is a bad time to roll high on my success. Oh wait, it's how. Reach point the test was failed by. Oh god.
Is that this test, or is that
That's the casualty test.
okay?
Yeah, so I actually suffer worse. Target was 17 because all my penalty. It was -4, wasn't it? No, so I got 14 total.
Yeah.
So I'm 14 to 17, so I lose 1, 2, 3, 15 extra, so 45% of their forces got are casualties.
Yeah, almost 50%.
Yeah, so the Elemental Olisipo is in that trade and engagement between trying to defend these walls and fight you guys. They took way too much damage, even with the Armada trying to support them. There's just only so much that can be done.
But they still have some capacity to put up resistance, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah. But now the outnumber total's a lot different for them because there's a lot less of them who can fight.
Well, I should like to reach over to one of my aides. Runner, please, send a message to Lieutenants Isabel Dumas and Lieutenant Diego Borja and Lieutenant Safwan. Give them my best regards and tell them that we have a slight problem on our hands. They are to immediately to proceed to both of the gates to try and open them as quickly as possible so that our troops may get inside. Is that clear?
Sir, run the orders in. As you now have dominion over Fogyard, pretty much, in your bit of the wall, because what bit of the old Sippo that's left is either captured or crawling away. The rest are stuck on those gates, and they can't help the people who are hurt right now. They're too busy fighting the 7th Corps.
Did Safwan bring the ladders with him?
He would have, yeah. He could, rather.
All right. Then I will. After we've kind of pushed a hole in between the 7th Alicipa, I will take half of the volunteers and say, Borgia, can you get the northern gate? Take these men.
Will do.
And then I look to Bianchi and I say, Bianchi, take another 300 men and get the other gate. Another 350 because of splitting them. Well, we don't have 700 anymore.
I'll take what's remaining.
Yeah.
What are you up to?
I'm going to take what's left of the cuirassier and all of Safwan's men, hopefully, because Safwan is a friend, is very friendly with me. And we are going to take those ladders and go for the castle. Because what the Tinlanders want is mute if the queen is dead. Or the queen and her son, sorry.
Right, Crown Prince. Yeah.
What is Captain McNeil up to?
Oh, you know, trudging slowly behind with my aides, trying not to catch any stray bullets, and, go to the docks, perhaps, if it's safe enough. Like, I see Safwan and Isabel are heading in the general direction, so I'll keep up with them a little bit. But try and veer off with my aides over to the docks to try and get a better look at the Armada if I can.
Okay. Borgia. I'm going to give you a complex roll using the primary thing you're doing to try to break up, to try to push your way into that gate. I am going to say, oh god, I'm okay. Their threshold is Alt Tab, save me. It's 18. Target number is, we got to do 13 again because it's not that hard because you guys did win. And I mean, even though your friends are having a terrible time, you're actually having a pretty easy time inside. So sex threshold of 18, target number of 13. And I am going to say that you have 5 attempts before the situation becomes kind of moot and the 7th Corps that's outside gets ground into a much smaller army. Because you're having to fight through what's left of the 11th Elisipo and get to the door and then open it so they can start getting away from the 22nd North.
Right. So what am I rolling?
The thing you're doing the most often to push to achieve your ends.
Could I assist Borgia in his role? Because I'm doing the same on mine.
You have your own role to deal with. You're saving you're saving this part of the 7th Corps because you went to the other gate.
So, like, would this be more like in the leadership, like leading the forces and directing the forces area, or more like in the I'm just shooting people area?
Either way could work. Just depends narratively what makes most sense to you for Borgia to be doing in this. I'm giving the lead to you because you guys won that last mass battle. That's a massive advantage that you basically swept the 11th Elisipo out of the way. So you have a big advantage.
Well, with that choice, I mean, my absolute best role is going to be shooting.
So you're doing a Sharp's rifle mode of it's like, oh, all this fancy leadership thing. Oh no, I'm just shooting people.
Right. Follow me! Blam, blam, blam.
Yeah, I mean, he's got heavy cavalry with him, so if he can eliminate officers, cavalry love leaderless groups of men to just charge into and smash.
And I see like Diego and his riflemen like along the parapets while the cavalry is like paralleling below, just cutting down the troops down there, or something. So okay, sure, yeah, we're doing Sharp's rifles. Because why not? You just made that, so that's 2.
4 more to go.
Got to get to 18. Good God. I mean, that's better.
Good roll.
10.
3 to go.
Oh
no!
nothing to do. I don't think we have any step points left in the pool, or at action points, whatever the hell they are. Okay, got 2 more. Well, that does it, but only 11.
Are we allowed to argue in special circumstances for a new action point? Like, I don't know if that's part of the mechanics or not.
I'm
like,
double checking myself.
because if so, I think Borgia's just completed a life goal, right?
Led one. I'll give you +1 to the roll. Yeah, I mean, if you're buoyed up by your successes. It's not an action point, but it's a bonus to your roll because you're doing way better.
Yeah. So I mean, it wouldn't have mattered for that 3rd roll anyway. I mean, would a 10 have gotten me there? No, my target number is 13.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I mean, we're at where we're at with.
I mean, unless Orf is in the chat and is willing to give you an action point.
Yeah, I don't know that I can get to 18 from 11 with 1 roll.
I will say to you, you can get an action point, but you tell me narratively, does Rousseau or Leclerc fall in this battle?
Ooh.
Someone sees what you're doing and sacrifices themselves to buy you time.
Rousseau or Leclerc? Well, if we survive this, we're all going to get promoted. So McNeil will be a major.
Oh hell no!
I'm in line with this because I spent so much goddamn time getting Rousseau on our side.
Unfortunately, Major Leclerc will die a heroic death.
Leclerc begins singing a song of Lascelles, of the brave fighters who burned within their church, that screamed to the heavens, "Never shall Lascelles be held in foreign hands." Rah! And all of a sudden, this huge wave of troops slam into the wall. People start throwing up ladders. Leclerc gets up there, shoots a few people, and then gets shot. He just kind of looks down at you, and then falls back off the wall.
Okay, so is the idea with the action point to re-roll 1? In which case, does that mean that 9 becomes the 14, and I'm still at 11, but I still have 2 rolls left? You guys think that's the best way to...
I'm sorry, math.
Yeah, I see what you're going for. Yeah, that would probably be best because then you'd be at 11 and have 2
more
rolls.
Yeah. Here we go. Here goes nothing. Ha!
But it's only 1.
Yeah. Well,
you need to roll a 6.
If Leclerc died for nothing,
I can't roll stunt points for nothing. I told you all that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need stunt points. You just need to.
Yeah, that's true.
To roll a 6 on that die.
Yeah.
how hard can that be? Pretty hard, apparently.
I mean, he gets it, but it's only I'm 4 short, and we don't have any.
Yeah, I think I'm all out.
Action points.
We're all out. Yeah.
Rousseau can fall as well, trying to save the core.
I'll leave that call up to Isabel if she's willing to sacrifice that NPC.
Because if you have no other resources, we call it here, and that part of the army is going to get crushed by the North Branholm.
Yeah, they're going to be crushed between the wall and the North Branholm.
Oh, GM.
No.
Could the fact that at the end of last session, I essentially warned of this happening, not obviously the exact situation, could that help in some manner?
If you were running away.
I'm trying to help.
Unfortunately, these people are being brave, glorious heroes of the war, sadly.
Did you try to get a stump point for saying "I told you so"? Man.
No, I was trying to get an action point of
I told
we
you
already
so.
had an idea of the impending destruction of the Seventh.
Still trying to see if there's anything else I might be able to.
So I don't think
leverage.
an action point is going to get you there.
The only way an action point could get me there would be to re-roll the stunt die.
And the chance that you get a 6 is so small.
Yeah.
I
It's one in
don't
six.
think such a heightened sacrifice is worth that small of a chance.
Oh, you just don't want to sacrifice because you put so much time into it.
Well, no. If I did, we're not going to get it. She's going to die, and we still will lose
Right.
that core.
Yeah, sorry guys, the dice just aren't with me this go around.
And you suffer 15 damage in your attempt to, as you're able to escape from the battle.
Sometimes we just gotta take an L. What can you do?
I mean, maybe Rousseau can go die helping Bianchi, because now Bianchi's going to have to do the same thing.
Yep, Bianchi, you have the same task to save this part of the 7th Corps.
Oh, well, I'll just go fuck myself then.
Is Rousseau captured, or what's your status?
We don't know yet.
Okie dokie.
Well, I'm already nearly dead, so it'll be a case of a strength might. I'll be leading the charge and taking every goddamn step myself with the men behind me.
What are you lifting that helps you take the gate? Because might's
No,
literally
I
grabbing
mean,
and lifting
I'm-
something.
No, I mean I'm swinging my weapon.
Oh, so you're doing a weapon attack roll.
Yeah, but that's made with might.
Is it strength might or is strength your weapon?
No,
strength
no,
thing?
damage is might.
I'm gonna have you do an attack roll. That makes more sense.
Yeah, I'll make a attack roll then.
Now we're getting simple. You've generated 4 that you needed.
Can I boost for 3?
You can. Four more attempts.
Yeah. I'll just let the one go.
Three attempts
Do I
left.
have anything? Should I say, would I have got the +1 for us succeeding?
You have to succeed first at that 12. He needs 13 at least.
No, I mean like
Ah.
how Diego got the +1 for us succeeding.
At a life goal?
The,
Yeah, if you had a life goal, you'd succeeded at.
Oh. I don't even remember what my life goals are.
That's why I'm down,
I got
man.
the... yeah, god damn it.
3 attempts left.
Can I aim?
You can. I'll take that. That makes sense.
Well, that would have given me a +1.
Yeah, so you're up to 6. I'll give that to you. I'll be generous, given that I'm trying to be as generous as possible with this rather heroic action you guys are doing. Because this is incredibly hard. Oh, hey!
Oh wait, I boosted. I boosted 3, so that would have been a 15 anyway.
Well, there you go.
Okay, so that means
Dumbass.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Huh? 6 plus 4 is 10, eh?
Yeah, it's 10.
Okay, well you moved it up from 4 to 6 somewhere. So does that +2 go away?
No, that 2 took it to 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 6 plus 10 then.
I'm just gonna boost myself again for 3.
Okay. 2 attempts left.
I've got 1 roll to hit 4. God damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, come on!
You're just short, it looks like.
What? Yeah. What have I got? Let me go to actions.
Kill Tame or so. It actually might be worth doing because you're so close.
I actually think I'm very close to doing that. I'm just making sure.
So 1, 2, 3,
I mean-
4,
Can I kill her?
5. No, she's
Was that-
involved in this fight over here.
Oh, is that only 5 rolls?
Yeah,
Oh
Thought
shit,
you
I got one
we've
more.
run out of time.
Oh, is
He's
it only
got-
5?
Oh,
yeah, you
it
get
is, isn't
5.
it? Yeah.
God, done it. Got something.
You can sacrifice yourself for one final push.
Come join us in assassinating the queen.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the damage you're about to deal to me is gonna drop me anyway.
That's why I pointed it out.
Well, if you can say that's the only part of the army that's left. So if you can save them, then
Yeah, I'm desperately trying to come up with something here.
You can sacrifice Safwan, he might realize that you're in trouble and he'll split off to save you. He's like, no, I'm not letting him die. He just has this bad feeling. He just needs to get over there and do something.
I might have to sacrifice stuff one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sacrifice stuff one.
I can't do it. Ah! Yaji! And then Safwan takes himself and a couple of his personal friends, but the rest of the unit he just gives over to Dumas because he knows you need them to continue the charge to the castle. But this guy just comes out of nowhere and just starts riding in, and just hacks into one guy with a sword, jumps down, fires into another, tackles one, grabs his, fires, and then a bunch of troops have to turn and go, holy crap, who's this person? They fire into him a bunch of times. He drops to one knee, pulls out a pistol, shoots one of them, and they just start beating him to death with their rifles. Because he won't stop until they make him.
Oh, come on, make the fucking roll.
17?
Wait, I got an idea. Can I lightning attack?
Yes.
I did it.
Wow.
Holy
Good job.
Yeah.
The gate! Close the damn gate! And people start shutting it to keep the 12th East Ribbon home from getting out. This. Okay, that bought us some time. Who the hell are you?
Brevet Sergeant with Luciano Bianchi. I'm the one who blew up the wall.
Okay.
To be fair, considering Diego took damage from his, I think it's only fair I take damage.
Yeah, but I failed.
He failed. That was a fail. That was a punishment for failing the attack. Because the 11th Old Simple started charging after me. He was like, oh god, I need to leave.
The
before they
army
kill me.
dying wasn't punishment enough for my failure. Thank you.
No, but like the fact that I got peppered so much and just done a ridiculous charge, I think at least exhaustion would kick in.
I'd say
I think-
so, yeah.
I essentially think I'm out of any combat going forward.
The charge continues.
Yep.
Move
toward the center of the city.
So Dema, I believe you are heading for the castle.
Yeah.
McNeil, you're splitting off.
Yeah, to the docks.
Borgia heads on. What are you doing, McNeil, as you get to the docks? And you see the cannons roaring away and ripping into the countryside.
Do I happen to see that little girl that I sent over here to rob this place?
For an action point, you would.
For an action point, which I
But
don't
no.
have. Any ships that I can recognize out in the distance? Or
Intelligence, naval lore.
banners? Why didn't you just say intelligence, sir? You don't know I don't have naval lore. 16.
I'm just specifying. 16. Yeah, you spot a Rivenholm ship. The Shining Star.
None of mine.
No, there's no one from Strathcliffe here.
That's good. Any naval batteries here?
There'd be some, yeah.
Are they guarded?
Minimally. There'd be some people there, yeah.
I'll look over to my aides. Pull out your pistols, why don't you?
Okay. They pull missiles.
See that battery over there?
Uh-huh.
We're going to take it and fire a couple of shells at those ships over there. I'll spur my horse along. Come on then, let's go.
Communication leadership.
I'll pull out my pistol. 15 with 3 stun points.
You stupid fools. Why are you following this idiot? I mean, this brave man. So yeah, you charge over to the port district. Well, you know what? Sounds like the same. I'm going to give you the same thing. Target number of 13, success threshold of 18, as you try to seize control of the battery before the local guard, what little guard is there, overwhelms your small detachment.
Can I use my communication leadership in this?
Sure, because you're leading a charge.
One? So here's one.
We're all amazing.
There we go, baby. Here we
I'll
go.
just do a countdown from there.
I spent all of my
Here's
good rolls
another
sniping
one!
earlier.
Can I call a retreat, Jim? I don't think I can make it.
You can.
No, seriously, I've rolled 2 1s. I'm not gonna make it. So, it's prudence to call a retreat at this point because you said what the target number was 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's. There's no way mathematically. There's no way in hell that I get this. So.
Take 15 damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna bounce off. No, we tried something. Goodbye.
It's like, wow, you're actually pretty good at defending this thing. It's almost like that's what you do for a living. Oh god, there's more of you. We need to leave. Oh
I'll
look,
rejoin
the Hirata is getting ready to
Isabella.
shoot at us. We really need to leave.
Yeah, I'll rejoin Isabel and Diego.
You charge across the Summit Grove. Find yourself outside the castle walls with your troops.
Damages.
Dismount and begin running the ladders up to the wall.
Give me intelligence, military lore, or communication leadership. Success.
You generate 6 stun points, by the way.
Let me look up what I can do with those.
Stunts.
Lethal blow it.
Lethal blow. Lethal blow McNeil with one of the ladders.
I mean, I'm on 25 HP. That'll probably do me in.
Yeah, it's a 66 ladder, you see. Only if used on Tin Islander captains.
Right. Get the rest of the core in here. We can take the castle. At least we got a readout.
The rest of the core. There is no core except the one
There's a
next to me.
division.
Diego, we're the core.
We are the core.
At least we got about 300 people or something.
You
Can I
basically have
spend-
1/4 of the entire core left, minus casualties.
Can I spend the 5 on swiftness. Basically say, you're caught so off guard that you're not even ready to respond until we're already on the walls.
Take that, yeah.
Wait.
The ladders are up. Up the walls you go into the palace.
Don't forget, you still have 1. You can spend it on something. Just boost maybe or something.
Wariness, I guess.
The palace guard engage with your forces, trying to keep you from getting further in. But you know, the big advantage that they had was the wall, and you're in. So it's a muddy and chaotic battle inside the palace and the palace grounds.
Go hunt us a queen and a crown prince.
Consider that they might be better bargaining chips for now.
As we, in a short moment where we have 2 seconds before hitting the next group of palace guards, I'll find Sergeant Duval.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell him, when we get to the queen, don't let anyone else get to her. And I reinforce the word anyone else.
Communication leadership.
Since he's part of my unit, I assume he's a militarist?
Yep.
Because most of my unit is.
Mhm.
He's also very friendly to me.
I'll give you +3.
So something in the mid-20s.
Yeah, there's just a very stern nod. And you know them so well, it's like, I got it. I can read between your lines. The banners of the Queen's Own are coming this way. We don't have much time.
Rush forward.
Yep.
What are you
Look
searching
the
for
queen and the
first?
crown prince.
I want to find the queen.
Well, she's going for the queen. I guess Diego will go for the crown prince.
Which way is McNeil going?
Oh, the queen.
All right.
I will. As McNeil begins to follow, I'll say, McNeil, you'll be better in position to keep Borgia alive if you go with him.
He's a big lad. He can handle himself. Let's go to the queen.
It's the first time McNeil's ever thought that.
Right? Right? It's always, Diego, my boy.
My boy. Sorry. Gave a bunch of people flashbacks with that. Anyway. The search begins with perception searching. Perception searching? That's not a thing. Seeing. There we go. Don't worry, I'm rolling a post. Good luck, you two. The queen! The prince!
Oh, prince.
$18 for the queen, 11 for the prince.
Hello, prince.
You and your riflemen find the prince hiding away in some of the lower dungeons, trying to get through one of the escape ways.
Kill him. Take his signet as proof.
No, wait!
Blam. I'm sure the Ravens will make sure I'm paid, even if what's-her-face doesn't want to pay up.
Well, you
Now
can
we go
try
for-
again, but it looks like the Queen's Own is starting to approach the walls. Mind you, unfortunately, you didn't break the damn gate, so they have to, like, find what they... And the people who would let them in are kind of busy. They're going to try to get in, but it's going to take them time to get there. You can try again. I have to roll again, because she knows you're hunting her now.
Are you intelligence engineering to more accurately navigate the castle and find hidden passages?
I'll take that, yeah. Only because they're hiding passages. Again,
She's back up to
unfortunately.
18. Well, here goes nothing. Nope.
As the Queen's Own start pouring in, the three of you are able to gather together once more with what troops you have. Because you were so doggedly after her, you're Dumas, you're fairly certain that she must have escaped. That's why you can't find her. She's not in the castle anymore. She's gone somewhere into Small Tower. Because between you and Borgia, and McNeil, all of you should have seen her at some point. She's left. You don't hear celebrating cheers from the Queen's Own though, so they didn't find her.
There must be a secret passage around here somewhere.
All right. Is there a horse in the courtyard?
Yeah, with this many cuirassiers about, I wouldn't be surprised. Plus the royal horses.
Oh well, our horses are right outside the gate too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I suppose.
I'll grab Sergeant Duvall and tell him. I will state it frankly. I'll say, Sergeant, all of our deaths are going to come by the end of today. But if you can take our men and station them along this wall and pour fire into the Queen's Own, you might buy time for me to find the Queen out in the town. The Emperor expects that you'll do everything you can and give him a knowing look of this is where we part ways permanently, and I'm going to try to get to my horse and go ride to find the Queen, hoping that him and the rest of the QSCA who are who've been pretty loyal to me so far will fight to the death to stall the Queen's Own. Basically, so the Queen's Own think they have something to do here. They don't just start like breaking up and looking for the Queen. They think, oh, we actually have to take this castle back because they're putting up a fight.
Easily done, and you hear folks songs of Lysel.
Diego's not even going to try that with the rifleman. Yeah, we're heading into the city to hunt the Queen, and I'm telling them all that I'm hunting the Queen. You can come with or take off, ditch your uniform, and do your best to get out the way you want.
Well, you
Or
could
you
tell
can
them all
stick with
to
me.
go to Aquahaven because that's where I told you lot to go.
Yeah.
Given the choice, your riflemen will flee as they
Okay.
fail the morale check on their own.
Yeah,
But hey, they
sounds
live.
good.
I'll give you that.
Okay.
Don't worry. Escaping out into the wilderness of Vitlu, they're gone. There's no finding them for a good long while.
Yeah, well, but that's okay. You know, I wasn't going to make them do a last stand. Not that I think they would have done it anyway. They're not exactly, you know, They're a bunch of scoundrels. So, because I totally imagine them like sharp rifles. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, now let's hunt the queen.
Neil, I assume you're helping with the hunt for the queen, or are you trying to?
Yeah, I'll hobble over to them. I'll tell my aides, you're free to go. There's probably some escape tunnels around here. Do your best not to get caught. Yes.
Sir?
And I'll hobble over to the two lieutenants with my cane, and I'll say, "Oh, didn't think you were going without me, did you?"
I didn't stop to talk to Borgia or you. I just got on the horse and left.
It's probably
Yeah.
you like riding after them on a horse as well as you're finally.
Oh, aren't you freaking
And-
rude? We're supposed to have a scene here. Damn you! Fine.
Borgia, after he deals with his men, Borgia's gonna tug the overcoat of raven feather tighter around her and duck into the city to do his own search.
Ooh, I think we have an opposed search.
For crying out loud, then I have to stay here, I suppose. Yeah, I'll send the men away and I'll stay here. If I die, at least I'm gonna die on a goddamn throne. I'll take
And I-
five. I'll take 5 men. I'll take my cane and I'll sit on the queen's goddamn throne with my arms and legs crossed.
See, I love how two of you are looking for a queen. One of you's throwing a hissy fit on a throne, and I'm leading the defense and falling back.
No, I've tried to join these people, but they do not want to be joined. So what can I do? I'll sit on the goddamn throne and, I don't know, take 5 men and lead the defense.
You'll buy them an extra round of searching because that's gonna slow things down. Where it's like, hey, it's an officer. It's just we're still fighting from the throne. What the? Okay, well, this got complicated all of a sudden. We do have to
Yeah,
deal with that.
We'll barricade the throne, we'll sit in there until the goddamn food supply runs out.
I will point out to you, Banshee, by this point in the battle, yeah, if you don't retreat now, you're not gonna get out. Because the 12 Isis realize that there's a hole over here they could be using this whole time, and there's enough forces here to kind of crush what's remaining of the 7th Corps. So either you're fighting to the last, or you're getting out of here.
Honestly, I'm gonna take them with me. The fact that we've stayed there for that long and drawn essentially the majority of the army over to us is more than what the other group could have asked for.
Yeah, because
So,
all these people are tied up because of this
Yeah.
unit still existing. Otherwise, they would have swarmed the city after you guys.
But yeah, after I'm gonna order a retreat to Aquahaven, and hopefully, if I'm lucky, some of these people will follow us, but not catch us.
All right. There is a special scene I'll do for you, McNeil, but we'll worry about that after what happens to the poor queen.
Yeah, you go on,
Oh, I will. Such nice people. Dumas and Borgia.
Literally an assassin.
You both get to roll. The queen's rolling to evade both of you. If either of you succeed, whoever succeeds over the queen finds her. Whoever has the highest, if you both happen to succeed at the test, whoever has the highest stunt die, is the one who finds her first.
All right, what's our target number?
Let's find out. Come on, queen, roll high. That's pretty high. That is 16.
Can I argue dexterity riding to cover as much ground
I'll
throughout
take
the
that.
series version? Could I be assisted by Smoke with his Constitution running?
Certainly could. And I'll say that you guys, if she succeeds, oh well, never mind. I was gonna say if she succeeds, you'd have 2 whole rounds on top of you'd have 3 attempts basically to find her because there's so much time being bought.
Can I argue for stealth because I know how people sneak around and I can sneak around on her?
Yep.
Ah,
She's evaded you, but not Dumas.
How aware am I of the general calamity of the Corps? Is there a role I can make?
Intelligence,
from the
military
center?
lore. Yeah, you might have an idea of what's happened so far. Do you have a pretty idea what's happened? You've had there's a few, there's the remnants of the runners and the communications, and just your general idea, personal knowledge of how fights like this historically have gone. You have a pretty good idea what's happened. Plus, you know Bianchi as a person, so you know he held there as long as he could to buy time, but you knew he was going to pull out the people if he thought they were doomed.
Which means that catching the queen is by the time I find her, I've come to the realization that capturing her gives us nothing. Her death doesn't matter if we can't hold on to the country, and the army that's here to come hold the country has been smashed, right? Is that an accurate description? Even if she dies, Gallia doesn't have a hope of forcing Vitlu into the Continental system.
It would. The only hope would be that if this is that the new queen would enforce it herself without the.
But without the Gallian army there to keep her to her word, she
could go back on it quite easily, yeah.
And she would have every incentive to do it because they're a trading-based country, right?
That was part of her deal with the Ravens if we killed them, and you were there for that.
I wasn't.
So, I mean,
I don't think so.
It's not just us. It's not just one day, and maybe you weren't there, but it wasn't just us to enforce it.
That's the problem. Dumas has never actually met this princess, talked with her, because I wasn't here that episode.
Yeah, she was off.
So Dumas
has
no knowledge of that.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
So you find the Queen Kalia Arvanar, dressed in rather antiquated armor, but it's emblems of her station. She does draw a saber and pistol, and she almost looks like she's ready to point them at you, and then her guards kind of point their weapons out at your cuirassiers, and it's just one of those.
I'm here alone.
Oh, they all point at you, and then she looks at you. She just stares. As they're kind of forming square is a strong word because there's only like five of them total, including her. So it's one of those we're gonna prepare in case the person on a horse charges at us, but they don't shoot right away.
I draw the saber. I guess. Yeah, I mean, I have my lance in one hand, but I'll draw the saber in the other, and shout at her. That I wish to speak with her. If I am refused, I'll ensure that whether I die or not, she will.
Communication, persuasion, or strength intimidate. She is obviously a monarchist.
Which means I'm at a -5. But so I would rather do strength intimidate.
Yeah. I'll check for her.
Can I get an assist from Smoke with his
strength might
strength, because he's going to be the one carrying me through them.
Don't worry about it. I didn't get enough.
Oh, okay, sorry. He's strong.
She shouts an order in Vitluian, and the guards, there's a half moment hesitation, and then it looks like they're getting ready to fight. She just turns her pistol on one of her guard, pack, and the others, and they kind of form up when she does that, as that guy just drops.
I will ride up, sword in hand, and I will say, Gallia's ambitions are finished in Vitlu, but the Emperor's are not. Declare Vitlu a republic and serve as its first minister, and find a place for me, or you will die here.
Strength intimidate, I imagine.
Ooh.
Forgive me, Galleon. Who are you? Why would I kneel in such a way for someone I do not know? Merely for my life.
Because I'm confident that your son's dead. If you wish Vitlu to have any trace of your line, and I know that you do, you care about that thing deeply, then you need to find a way to live.
I am willing to offer you an idea. The crown of Vitlu will remain, but it will remain as a vassal to Almania. And you can be one of my trusted advisors who has pulled us from the brink. She shrugs. I'd rather Almania rule me than Gallia. Not that I would rather either, but...
A council of ministers with the guaranteed safety for the head minister, and that minister must always hold a high position in the military. As I try to negotiate on the finer points of this constitution that I want to force on her.
This is now a communication check, because now you're actually trying to get her to buy into the idea. She's not scared of you anymore. She's getting ready to fight, but she also doesn't want to fight. She'd rather talk her way out of it as well, because this is not a great situation to be in right now.
All right, persuasion.
Yep.
Oh, Lord.
I make your own guarantees. Vitlulians' pride, achievement, and merit in their high stations, and profitability. Prove those things, and any Vitlulian will respond to such prowess, and its queen will appreciate and favor a skilled courtier and minister. Since you seem to have a knack for being able to find people who don't want to be found.
Isabel will make one last attempt then, and say, I might be able to understand that if the Cult of Light goes unassailed, that they have freedom to talk of their ideas.
She blinks at you for a moment, and then she laughs and laughs. It's not a baleful laugh. It's joyful and just utterly bewildered for a second. I think I can live with that, Galleon.
Is it because they already allow that?
No, it's something that she's been pushing for.
Oh.
You're just giving her a really good excuse to do it. And it's like, hey, if you're on board with this, sure.
All right. Then
I would hazard to you, possible future minister, that we will see opposition in the hills and the far frontiers. But if you're willing to support such a venture for my life, I think I can live with that. A battle, I'd rather win a battle I can win later than roll the dice on a battle I have now.
For the first and only time I've drawn saber against a queen, peasants will not deter me. Um, in that case, then, having taken the tiniest win from this possible, because everything else has been lost, and Isabel is not a good enough negotiator to get most of what she wants, she will join the Queen's entourage. Because I have written that she's heavily Republican and in part of the Cult of Light, so I tried to get those two things, and I'm not good enough to get the first, so I'll have to.
You know,
settle for
Borgia's
the rest.
hunting for her. Do you do anything to counter that, or like try to help her hide, or do you try to find Borgia, or try to move her into the Queen Zone? Because you know he's out here somewhere.
I will.
I mean, I've only been paid 15 gold thus far for this contract.
I will write a note. Borgia doesn't speak Gallian, does he?
Nope.
All right.
When
I will
Alani
write.
cried.
But you know that you would know that he's a tailor, one of the Ravens, and they would definitely be operating in this city.
I'll take just a moment to scribble out a note. The first line will be we'll just say a letter to Diego Borgia. The rest of it will be written in Gallian. And I will mail it to the street corner where I found the Queen. And in Gallian, it will say, I have attempted and will continue to attempt to scrounge the smallest victory on behalf of Gallia and the Emperor from this disastrous situation. If you have no intention of opposing that, then come find me here at a later date, and then I'll try to get the Queen out of here as fast as possible.
Like out of the city, you're trying to get her to like the Queen Zone, that sort of thing. Get back to her troops.
Out of the city, because the Queen Zone, the 11th is barely standing. The Queen Zone are not going to be able to hold up against the combined might of the whatchamacallums, the 10 Islanders. If the 10 Islanders decide to make this you're now a vassal of us, she's not going to be able to do anything about that.
Yeah.
So I try to get her to another base of power she has. Maybe we'll cross through the lines of the Queen Zone, so she can tell them to let the city go.
Okay.
Or maybe she tells them to hold the city for her to return. Whatever she decides to tell them.
Just so
Right.
she has a chance to touch base with them, yeah.
Yeah.
So the question then remains...
Oh!
Sorry.
As we pass through the Queen Zone, I'll ask if she can have them spare the life of any Gallians left in the fort. Merely take them prisoner, rather than execute them. Because I don't know that's where McNeil is, but I do know that some of my men were in there.
If they lay down arms, then they will be given quarter.
That's good enough for me. That's a soldier's
Dead men
choice to
don't
make.
pay ransoms after all. She says, quoting a Vitluian saying to you.
Yep, that's all for me.
Borgia, are you still on the hunt for the Queen?
Well, yeah.
Dumas, give me riding. Borgia, perception seeing, because stealth isn't the issue anymore. These people, Dumas is just running for it. Not that you know
fair
it's
enough.
Dumas doing it, but you see rapid movement going this way, and it's like, oh shoot, she's just gonna outrun me.
Yeah, it's mathematically impossible for me to. Oh, is that a 15 or a 23?
That's a
that I'm trying to-
15.
Okay, well,
Unless if the queen's on the horse that with me, then it may be Smoke's roll and not mine, right? Or is it my roll?
It's your roll, yeah.
Okay, then that's a 15.
17.
You get to a vantage point as you run between streets and rooftops. Eventually, you find a vantage point and you spy, running along the main road, passing by Smith's Park, Dumas and the Queen. Actually, one thing I will note: the Queen would have thrown a badge of office from one of her personal guards. That way, because she can't give you the uniform because we really don't have time, but she does need to make sure the Queen don't shoot you when they see you.
Yeah.
It's basically a wheel and spoke badge with the crown behind it to indicate that you're of the Queen. You're a Queen guard, which for now is all she can do.
I will put it in a pocket, but I'm not going to wear that because that would be suicide if we came across Galleons.
Yeah.
So I will rely on literally standing next to her, keeping me from getting shot.
And she's fine with that. She just wanted to make sure you had something.
Yeah.
So you that's what you spy from atop a building.
Okay, I will take aim and attempt to kill the queen.
Roll to hit.
It's a 17. Instead of getting the aim bonus, I'm going to choose to use the vital blow, which is the new class power I got,
Okay.
which will have her armor rating.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do enough damage to kill her or not. Is her dexterity less than 4?
It is, yeah.
So 22.
Riding. And then Dumas, you hear crack. And you've heard that kind of shot before.
I gave him the rifle. Well, I
And-
didn't give him the rifle. I gave Bianchi the rifle.
And you see
I've seen that.
Queen Arnvar flinch get struck, and she tumbles off her horse.
I jump off to see if she's alive,
You can attempt a medicine roll to try to save her.
which falls under what?
Intelligence, I believe.
What's the difficulty here?
Double checking.
Regicide times 2.
Good job, my boy. I knew you had it in you.
Nope, not that.
Yeah, I will note, still didn't roll any stunt points for any combat. It's like this session, last session, I think the session before.
Target number 13.
I think that's a dead queen.
Is there anything I can get for the goals of restoration of a republic? Because I am trying to get in a position to make a republic of Vitlu, even if I can't make one of Gallia.
That'd be +1. Because I'm giving +1 per life goal, basically. It's 11. You're too short still.
I might get another +1 from having a soldiering kit. I have some basic utensils exactly for saving a comrade from a bullet wound. Not like
It's
a whole
12.
surgical kit.
1 short.
Oh, was I within 100? If I was within 100 yards, the damage is actually 24.
Oh, don't worry. You totally dropped her. That wasn't.
Yeah.
You did more than enough to put her at peril.
Well, then don't I get to decide what happens to her?
Narratively, I'm allowing an attempt to save.
Okay. Or pull something out. This is my tip to pull victory out of the trash fire.
Well, that's what reload's for.
Yeah, see, I didn't get any stop points again.
But I think for all that, I don't know of any other +1 you can get to cover that distance. You're one short in my head.
Um. Oh, I still have a. No, that was to the next tab. I guess it's the longest shot. I have a +1 to the next test to avoid the negative results of storming the castle. I don't know if
I'll put it to you this way. Narratively speaking, Arnvar is injured. You're bandaging her up just enough that she's not gonna bleed out, but she can't walk under her own power. She can't. The only way for her to move is for you to carry her, put her on your horse, and ride. Which by the time you do that, Borja could try to shoot again if he wanted. So what you two do with that is your business. I don't know how you respond to, because you know who shot. Like, there's only so many people in all of Vitlu that can make a shot that far, that accurately. In fact, Borja's probably the only guy who could have pulled off that shot.
The other guy's dead.
Yeah.
Borja killed him.
Yeah, that's actually, yeah, Borja shot him. He had a sniper duel. Storming the gate and all that.
Enemy at the gates.
Enemy at the
all
gates,
that.
that's what it is, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Borja, you would see this. I don't know how you would respond to it, if you would signal or if you would just reload.
Yeah, minor to reload, and then
I'll take the time during the reload to move her in a house or something.
So try to buy her some cover.
I'm gonna try and kill her.
We're gonna give this a penalty to the roll. We'll call it -3 to your roll. You're firing like through the house wall, sort of thing. Before Dumas try to get her deeper and deeper into the house, so she's like completely covered.
Okay.
And you're hitting Dumas' defense at this point. Because Arnvar can't defend herself anymore. She's entirely dependent on Dumas to move her.
Okay. I'm just reading over. Okay. Let's see what happens. Come on, big money. 19. That's minus what?
-3 is 16.
That go over your defense.
Yep.
Okay.
You fire. You don't see any more movement, Borja, from this far away.
$14.
You see no movement from that house. What do you do?
Well, I think what I do is I ditch my uniform and change into my knifing clothes, and just kind of fade into the city, heading for the Ravens, and I figure word will get out whether the queen lived or died.
Cormac McNeil.
Yeah.
A brave defense as your aides have their pistols and sabers drawn, ready to defend you as you sit upon the Vitluian throne, clad in gold, dressed in the various plumes of ravens and golden wheels.
Put up a couple
It's
of benches
surprisingly
on the-
comfy. It's been remodeled a few times. Tradition matters, but the Vitluians like their creature comforts.
Can
The
I
queen,
recover some
by
HP?
God, is not sitting on an uncomfortable throne.
No, naturally. Can I recover some HP?
Yeah, you have a breather, sure. I think you had some time.
So that's what, D6 plus level plus con, right?
Breather.
That's 5 plus con plus level, right?
Yeah.
So 10. Cool.
Various members of the Queen's Own charge in. Throw down your arms and surrender. You will be given quarter. Your
I'll look
men
over
wait
to-
for your order.
Yeah, I'll look over to my aides. They wait for my order. I'll stand up with my cane in trade. I should like to speak with officers. I'm a noble after all. Please, I do not wish to speak to rabble. I've spoken to enough rabble in my life.
I am a captain of the Queen's Own. If you throw down
Good.
your arms, you will be given parole, sir.
Then let's talk captain to captain.
Throw
Captain?
it down or you die.
Oh, fine,
Now.
I'll throw it down. Can we talk now?
So you do put down your weapon?
Yeah, I'll throw
Okay.
it down on the ground.
Yeah, you're able to talk with them now that the people around you follow. The soldiers move to secure the room, but people give you and him space as he kind of walks over to you.
Where's your queen, Captain?
Looking for her at this moment, Captain, as he looks at your uniform.
I have reason to believe she's dead, Captain.
I have
Along with the crown prince.
until we see her body submitted to the wheel, I must try and find her.
Then you would do best to search the exits of the city. I'm afraid she's no longer here. We tried to find her, but alas, it failed.
What is your... He waves at an aide. Your name, rank, and unit?
Captain Cormac McNeil of the 7th Corps, Special or Elite Unit de la Salle, Earl of Strathcliffe.
Huh. Well, it's up to you, sir, if you wish us to ransom you back to your galleon army or to your Tin Isles. You don't have to rush to think about it to answer now. Just we don't hold our prisoners indefinite. We see our gold and silver eventually.
Are there any officers of the Tin Isles here with you?
Not at present, but I believe the King's Own is approaching our position.
Oh, excellent. I should like to speak with them, if I may.
And thus you're taken into safe care and custody of the Queen's Own to talk with the King's Own. Bianchi, you and the remainder of the 7th Corps ride off to Aquahaven, I believe.
Yeah, because that's where Riverwind essentially told us to retreat to.
Seventh Corps with Bianchi find their way embattled to Aquahaven to flee across the glimmering sea. McNeil, in his effort, will likely argue his case with the King's Own. I imagine there's much anger and reprimand for the Tin Isles going to war so fervently. I imagine he's not going to get himself killed this way. Dumas and Borgia from the battle vanish for the time being, their fates unknown and unsealed. But their names are known at this battle and from this battle, and their influence, hopefully, is felt in wars to come.
Did I get the queen? Damn it! He's not even tell me.
Only history will be the true teller of that tale. For now, all of you watching, thank you very much for watching. Those of you playing, thank you very much for playing. We'll see you next time.
Well,
that's
gave
not-
it the old galleon try.
Well, I mean, I had so many bad rolls. I just wanted that one dead bitch. That's all I wanted. One dead bitch. So many bad rolls up until then. Just give me that one dead bitch.